Hey, what's going on? Welcome and welcome back. Hold on real quick. What is going on?
Hi, boo. Sorry I am late. I was trying to find my charger, trying to get the setup, trying to make sure I had the tripod so that I could sit and look appropriate.
Yes, God, we are live. Hey, what's going on? What is going on? Okay, so yeah, let's give people a
Nothing.
little time to come in. So I'm gonna give my little long intro.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
I got my energy drink. I'm 40, so
Yes,
I
guys.
had to gather.
What kind of energy drink you got? You got the Celsius so your heart can be pumping like.
No, because see the Celsius, I heard that they had some type of weird ingredient. So this one is the what is it? Avanti, the little cute bottles. They look
Now,
real girly.
you have entered into the world of your 40s like me. We can't be doing them energy drinks like
I know, but I'm really trying to hold on to the little bit of youth I got left.
Yes, God. Anyways, welcome and welcome back. My name is Durant Searcy. I am a singer, songwriter, producer, performer, actor. Even you nasty. And welcome to the house of the unofficial and sometimes, as you will see here, the unprofessional fragrance and skincare guru, baby. After you watch this video with us, 50 million periodically times, please subscribe to me. And this channel will have all that together, by the end of this show, okay? Baby,
I see
like
you
the
got
video.
Mariah on.
Yes, I got a story about that. Comment, hype, all those good things, and link in description to her channel, and proof that I am who I say I am. Now, I want to tell you before we get started
hmm
that if you happen to see me at any point where you talking when I'm talking, I'm just doing this. I have something going on today. I woke up today and everything stinks to me. I don't know what it is.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm getting sick. Like I woke up, the house stank. This is my third shirt. And right now I have on Chris Collins the Savant Cherry, and I feel kind of nauseous. Like every fragrance I put on today has made me
oh,
nauseous.
you
I'm like
you might be over. What do they call it? You might be in a
stimulated.
sensory overload, so you
It,
might have to go very, very clean for
I
like a
think
week.
so. Cause
Mm-hmm.
soap was stinking, and I went and started rinsing off my dishes before I made something for my mom because the plates stink. Like everything has been
Oh.
stinking today. And then I sprayed air freshener stank.
Oh yeah, you might be in an overload. Did you go shopping recently to smell
No,
stuff? Okay.
no, but I do wear my lotions and my potions and my oils, so
Mm-hmm.
I've been like all over the place. I think I am a little. I was like either I'm getting sick or I'm just having a little overload going on. But everything has made me so like nauseous and like. So if I do this, something whiffed in my nose. It's not something you said. Just
Okay. Okay. Well,
something that whiffed in my nose.
We gonna pray for that. We gonna pray for that because we need your nose back.
Yeah, I was in the bathroom. I was trying to, gather my face, and I was just randomly doing this. And I was like, I need to let her know because I something had whiffed in my nose, and I was just like, I don't know what's going on with me. Anyways, enough about me and my problems, baby. Today we have one of our beauty and fragrance influencers here on the interwebs, baby. One of my faves, she got all the niche and all the luxuries and all the, designer and everything, a little finely priced for us broke folks as well.
Because there's affordable here too. See,
Yeah,
I capture it all. It's a
yeah.
catch-all.
You gather us all. You gather us poor folks
hmm
over here, and you can gather the rich folks
You're just
as well.
pre-rich. We don't speak poor. We don't speak
Yes.
poor in
Yeah,
the
I
name
try
of
not to.
Jesus. You just transition into your wealth.
Right. I say pre-rich. I got shirts that say pre-rich. I need to
hmm
stick with that. Baby, we have the sisters chat room, Miss. I am Lolo Alexis. Okay, what's
Yes.
going on?
You know, a lot.
The life. You know what? I
Right.
also forgot to say she is a PCOS advocate, and we'll get into that
Yes,
as well because
I
we got to
am.
educate the girls as well on that too. Because you're actually the first person I heard mention that before. So
Really?
yes, I've never heard that until you said it. So you had me on my Googles like, what is going on here?
Yes. And I think it's because a lot of women they hide that because I feel like there's some shame attached to it because
Mm,
it makes women feel like they're less feminine, especially some of the
really?
girlies that go through more of like the hair loss, the alopecia, the beard growth. So it's one of those situations where I think
Right?
some of them feel like I don't need to talk about it. And especially if they feel like they're infertile because there's some challenges getting pregnant, and so I think people just prefer to just keep it
That
hush
is
hush.
crazy. I was thinking because I
Mhm.
know a lot of women who've had those symptoms that you mentioned. I
Mhm.
was like thinking to myself, maybe they just didn't know. Or I don't know. Like I've never heard that before. That's so weird. But we'll get into that, in the coming seconds and hours and minutes. Okay. I
Okay.
wanted to learn first about you. In your intro, is there something that I missed? What is it that you give the girls that I left out of your intro?
Oh, you did not leave out too much. You did not leave out too much. I talk about PCOS. Of course, I love giving people some fragrance, a little bit of fashion, a little bit of
Yes.
faith here and there to make sure that the girls stay snatched in their spirits as well as the scents. And, I'm on a wellness journey. I've lost, 120 pounds. So I
Mm-hmm.
try to keep the girls accountable for their aesthetic, not from a space of feeling like you have to be skinny, but as Black women, we need to be healthy. We are already undermined in the healthcare system. We're already not taken seriously when we go to the doctor. Our complaints typically are going to be brushed under the rug. So I try to encourage women at any point, like, you've got to put your wellness first because no one else is going to do it. The doctors are not going to do it until you're battling something where it could be too late. No one's going
Mm-hmm.
to advocate for you like yourself. So I always tell, like, even if it's 30 minutes a day, do something that builds up your body so that you can be strong. Because, baby, we are the world's most hated. Okay. I don't care what anyone says. Black, we take the brunt of everything.
Well,
It's
can I
always our
just
fault.
say, first of all, I need to keep that in consideration because I am a caregiver and I do need to be more mindful of making sure I do something for myself at least 30 minutes.
Yes, you
'Cause
do. Caregiving is hard. It's
it's
very hard.
very
My dad's
hard.
doing it for my mom right now. And I've watched how stress has, been on his back, and rightfully so, because you are handling so much where you weren't having to share. You were able to share in the responsibilities before, and now
Hmm.
it's all on you. On top of
Yes.
working, on top of trying to see about yourself. So taking that time out is essential.
I saw this guy on TikTok. I blocked him because he was saying a lot of crazy stuff. But he said he was doing, have you ever seen, do you get on TikTok a lot?
I've started to because drama be over there, and I like to be
It's ghetto.
entertained, but not be in the drama, but watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a little luxury area in there, but for the most part, it's a little ghetto.
yeah.
But there was this one guy. There's this thing where people were saying, their strict program, and they say, if you, only bring $2 to a date, you're cut. They do that sort of thing. Or if you wear
Hmm.
dirty shoes, you're cut. And one guy said he will not date a woman who lost a lot of weight because he said that when women and even men lose a lot of weight, they still carry that "I'm big" mindset, and it makes them kind of cuckoo crazy to him. What do you? I always want to ask somebody who has lost a lot of weight, like,
Oh,
is
let
that
me let
like
me rub my
what
my bundles out. Oh, I'm confused.
they come
Kind
up
of
with so much
crazy.
stuff over there? They come up with so much
Did
stuff.
he give examples of like what kind of cuckoo nest crazy
No, he was like
they be on?
he was snatching through his list, so he was kind of zooming through all of it. And when he said that, I was like, I've never heard that in my entire life.
I mean, the only thing I could possibly think of is maybe some people go through body dysmorphia. So maybe their
Oh
confidence is
yeah,
not where it should be. So even though they've lost a lot of weight, they don't carry the confidence. And so maybe they're dating with insecurities.
that could be it.
That could be it.
Yeah,
But other than that, I don't know anybody that's super kooky. I know people in my life got kooky, but I don't know about people becoming kooky. And that's just because, we might not talk about this today, but there's a fat tax, right? When you
oh,
are in a group and you are the token fat friend that makes everybody feel better about themselves, and when you lose weight, the fat tax it starts to get cashed in because now things get real. Now people got to face their insecurities. Like, oh, I liked her around because she was bigger than me. And I knew if we went out, like, yeah, she might have had a face card, whatever, but I was smaller. So I still
What?
felt a type of way about me. And
That must be a
then
woman thing.
and oh yeah, men don't care about that. Ain't no man, gay or straight, ain't no good Judy. Like, oh my God, you smaller than me. If anything, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, cool, because now we can get in for free. Put the bussy outside, put the booty out, do what needs to be done.
Well, I guess it is a little different with the gays. Like if I go out, oh, he got more muscle, so of course he get more attention because
But
I'm
see,
over here
it depends on
flattering.
what role y'all play because, if you are strictly, a power bottom,
Oh,
you not. See, my old roommate, my old best friend was gay, baby. We was out in the streets. So
power is
I
a
know all
lot,
the things. Yeah.
baby.
So,
I'm a
when we
crowd
would go
side.
out, he was, a power bottom. So he wasn't worried about no muscles. Okay.
What?
My other best friend who I'm still best friends with,
We love a
he's
power woman.
muscular and he the top. So it was two different energies when we would be out. We knew who was working what. You know what I'm saying?
What? Child,
Yeah.
I don't know about them labels. You know, I live a whole Christian life over here. I ain't
Oh,
get
okay,
none of
okay.
that.
Well, I'm from Atlanta, so I know all about the dark life, the dark side.
I
Yeah,
went to
yeah.
Atlanta. It's very interesting. But anyways, we veered out, but we go veer back because I really like that kind of conversation. But it's Valentine's Day, and I was one of the unfortunate ones who was by myself listening to
Okay.
Mariah Carey's I'm looking for my one and only. I was listening to that all day.
And I'm trying to understand because Houston got plenty
I'm
Durant.
in
Now, maybe
Dallas,
not Dallas.
but I heard Dallas is a little weird over there. I mean Houston. I heard it's a
Really?
lot. They passing things around like batons over there, and I
Oh,
don't
oh,
want.
okay. Well, then, in that case, stay safe.
I don't want my doctor. I'm 44. I
Yeah,
can't be
yeah.
going to
No.
the doctor. My
Mm,
doctor cute. I don't want her to be like, "What's going
mm-mm.
on in your hole right there, sir?"
Right. We don't want that. Okay.
I'm trying to
We
get
don't
married.
want that.
So, but I think it's a lot of it because I'm tied to, I'm tied to home because I have to take care of my
Yeah.
mom and I have to be strategic even when I go out to events and stuff. I have to like, do I got a babysitter? I can't just be going out,
Right.
like that. But anyways, I was by myself, but I still had a little fragrance on. What about you? Did you have a nice fragrance on for the celebratory moment of
I
Valentine's Day?
did. I did. I did a
'Cause we know
cute
you're a
little
whole
fragrance.
fiance. Okay.
Yeah, that's I have to make myself feel sexy since he's far away right now. So
Ooh.
I always have to set the mood and the tone. I had to put the little Beyonce blonde on because he liked me with blonde hair. I'm still trying to find somebody to really give me that bust down human blonde hair. But the girlies, they want to charge you 1,000 and they can't color, and that's a
Oh,
whole nother conversation. So
$1,000. I
yes,
thought
a
my mama
thousand doll
$300 hair
hairs.
was a lot.
Right. So, but I had to put the little Beyonce wig on. I put a little Nomada body oil on, some
Oh,
cute little, chocolate layer with some Chris Collins.
yeah. Which one? Lust?
Lust,
Oh,
yes.
that's my favorite from Chris
It's
Collins.
very sexy. It
It's
is
so good.
it's so good. Like I try. Like, and there's some other chocolate fragrances that have come out that I do enjoy, but there is something in Lust that just works.
Are you
It's
into
just
Bath and Body Works at all?
I am. So I will say this. The issue I have with Bath and Body Works is I want them to get to a place where I think they are trying to
Hmm.
market to both demographics. Because for me, like the body mist, for example, I don't go through body mist. So like if
I
I
don't either.
go and I want to indulge in the collection, I know it's going to say I had to give away 80. And it wasn't because they
Mm.
didn't smell good. It's just that I'm like, I don't wear these enough. Like, I don't think to pull for them.
Well, I've gone
And
through a few. That rose one, covered in roses. I think I'm
but
on my
see,
third one.
that's what I'm saying. I kept that one. That one I kept because I'm like, that one I would actually use, but every time they come out with a release, I'm like, I know I'm not gonna use all of
Yeah,
these. So like I go in there for the candles and I might go in there for
but
a
I start
body
using mine
wash.
is like a lot of them. Like today, I sprayed. I don't know if you've heard the one Book Loft. I sprayed that in the house, and it made me
I love
because
book loft and wallflowers. So I do go in there for my wallflowers because I like to set the mood.
whew,
So yeah.
wallflower. But I was asking you that because I'm not really a fan of chocolate either. But that chocolate amber that they had was actually really good.
It is. And I wonder. Isn't that an original scent? Because it's not based off of
I
anything.
think it is. I think it is. I have the body lotion, the body cream, and I got the spray thanks to my homegirl mixed edition, baby. I love that one.
Okay.
That goes so good with Lush. That's what I
I
use the most.
believe it though, but I've smelled that one and I considered it. I'm not gonna lie, I considered it and I was like, am I gonna spray it enough? Like, can I get it? Because I just actually smelled it maybe 2 weeks ago because I went in there
Really?
because I had a coupon for
They
some.
had it? It's been like missing from here since
Oh, it
months.
was in a bin up here. At least because see, I'm in Columbia. Well, I'm not in Columbia, Maryland, but I'm near there.
Uh-huh.
And the girlies don't eat down some of the same scents that other areas do. So they'll
Oh.
have like little leftovers that I'll see everybody else talking about. Oh, this is sold out. I'm like, it ain't sold out up here. Cause they
Yeah, 'cause I couldn't.
they
Mixed Edition sent me the body mist because I could not find it. It was sold out everywhere around here,
oh
even on
yeah,
the
I
west
believe
side.
that. But see, y'all, I believe that. See, over here, there's
We're in
so
Top
many
Street.
integrated areas that it wasn't sold out as hard here because I could definitely find it.
Oh
But I could
Lord.
imagine Dallas. No, they was gonna eat that because there's a lot of perfume heads down there and people who like to smell good.
It is. I went to Keetra's event for with Cali. Oh my God, it was so amazing.
It was so pretty. The girlies were there. Like people was ready to. It was a fashion
When I tell
show.
you something, if Keitra putting on an event, you need to make your ways. Everybody who is close
Absolutely.
by, because Keitra knows how to host. Because I mean, it was like we had to stand in line to wait to get a
I mean,
picture with
I
Keitra.
saw and
What?
the aesthetics. Let's just talk about the layout because see,
It
people
was
people have
amazing.
you pay for some stuff, baby, and the layout don't be laid out.
It was
It
amazing. And
looked incredible.
Keitra had to gather me. She had to grab my hand because I was like, I just want to enjoy the moment. Boy, if you don't get some content, because I was one of the people like, I just want to be here and enjoy. She's like,
Mm-mm, mm-mm,
"Eh."
mm-mm. You got to get content.
Yeah.
You
So
got to
Keitra
get
say I
content.
got
They need
it.
to see the skin. They need to feel your personality, and you need to capture the
I just
content.
I just be like on the be in the cut. It's so crazy because people would think that I want to be in front of the camera. I do not like that.
Well, you know what? It's not crazy because I think a lot of people who are on social media that do really, really well are actually more socially awkward face to face.
Well, I'm not socially
Because,
awkward.
hmm,
He got personality all over. Like
mhm,
so many people are a little shy. I don't think I'm a little shy. I'm a little reserved, but I can talk to anybody in person.
okay, well,
But I
then
just
you
don't
need to
like to be
just
on camera.
talk. Get
I
you
just
a
don't like
little
to be on
sip
camera. Yeah.
and talk.
Cause I know Platinum D was like, "You want me to take a picture?" I don't want to take no picture. But when they asked me to get in there, I would do it. But I'm just not a camera person. I'm more of a on stage because I'm a theater person.
Right, but why are you not? What's the point of taking care of your skin, Durant, if you're not going to be in the
I
camera? People need to see the skin.
I have no idea. But put me on the stage, I'm there. But anyways,
But
we're
we
not
want to see
talking
the
about
skin.
me. We talk about you. I just added something, about me in there. But we talk about Chris Collins.
Hmm.
Is he one of your top? Like, I want to know what your top three favorite like black owned brands.
So right now, Chris Collins is in my top three.
Oh,
He is because everything
shout
that
out to
I
him.
try from him, like, some people just put passion in what they do. And so you can tell that he's obviously working with perfumers, but he's also
Hmm.
putting a touch of himself in there. Like when you smell a Chris Collins fragrance and look at his aesthetic, it all fits.
Yeah,
It's
but he's
like
one of those
this.
sneaky. He snuck up on me. Like I wasn't feeling him at first, and then it's like, oh, and I wore him for a day. I'm like, oh,
Because
now
you know why? Like I feel like with him, the marketing, like, there's no marketing or nothing. And you just kind of like, do I want to spend 225 on this bottle? Because like
yeah.
I'm not sure
How you
if
say
I
that?
should. Like where with KILE, you kind of get FOMO because baby, the marketing go market it. Okay. So you like, I want this marshmallow. But with Chris Collins, it's so reserved. It's just like, do I want that?
Yeah,
But
his
then you
fragrances are
get it.
very like him. He's very like quiet, quiet,
Mhm.
seductive type,
I
quiet.
mean, it definitely got something going on over there. I don't
Yeah,
know how to put
very
it.
niche,
Yeah,
very
very
niche.
niche, very
That's a
niche.
good one. I like that
Now,
one.
another one that I really, really love, and I really can't wait to see how she expounds on her fragrance house is Maison Fide's Te Marrakesh. It is probably one of the most unique
Really, I haven't tried it yet.
perfumes that it is so unique. Like it just sits in a lane by itself. When I got it, like at first I was like, I wonder where I'm gonna smell, but it literally smells like nothing else I've ever smelled. I was like, what?
Really?
who did you work with? And what's
Hmm.
crazy is I don't think she went to Givaudan or anything like that. Like I think whoever she worked with or however she crafted it, it's just it really does feel luxurious. And I love the
Really?
bottle, but it smells like nothing else you will smell.
So it didn't
It's
remind you of Chris Collins' African bourbon?
no.
Real, that's the first
So
thing I
have
thought
you
when I
ever
heard of that.
smelled Le Labo's Thé Noir?
No, I haven't. I need to get into Le Labo. I haven't smelled a lot of things from them.
So I've gone through a deep dive of Le Labo. There's really only like two or three that I really like. Like I know they have this like cult following, but I could never get into all of them because to me, a lot of them just smell. I feel like if you want that type of scent profile, you can just go over to Clean Reserve or
Oh,
Byredo. I feel like they're very expensive for that like very stripped down clean scent profile, but Té Noir and Té Matcha to me smell really really good. So if you like a tea like dark sexy seductive tea scent, imagine that, but it's still in its own lane because it has medjool dates. It's got a little
ooh.
bit of fig, but the fig isn't green. It's kind of like creamy. It's got some oud in there, some mint. It just smells very different.
Everybody says like different, unique. I
Yes.
really want to get into like I want to see like her whole process and get
Me
into that
too, because
fragrance.
I can tell even by what she's doing with her marketing and stuff, like this is not going to be something that she's trying to just push to make money. Like I can tell that she's putting a lot of her thought and passion
Wow.
and emphasis into it.
Okay.
And another one that took me off guard is Zernell Jilly's Blues.
Everybody, I've been hearing a lot about that.
Baby,
What is going
I
on?
it is so sexy. So if you like lust, you're gonna like blues. That's how I feel. To
Really?
me, they're in even though there's no chocolate in blues, but it's in that same vein of like sexy, deep, you know,
Ooh.
get snatched up type scent profile. Like it is very sexy. Out of his
Okay.
whole collection that I've smelled so far, which I haven't smelled everything, but I've smelled I think three or four. Blues to me is his sexiest one outside of jazz.
Okay.
It's very, very
I have to write that
sexy.
down.
Yes, please
Yes.
do. And an honorable mention
I think I know who you're gonna
is
say. I think I know.
what?
Okay, I don't know. I was gonna say
No, I
House of
want you to
Ira.
guess. I want you to guess.
I was gonna say House of Ira.
It was going to be House of Ira.
Really? Okay.
It was. I
Okay.
really like Symphony. I love Symphony
I love
Down.
opera.
I love that one too.
I think that was my favorite out of all of them.
Opera is really, and it smells even better as it ages. So with her, I always tell people like with House of Ira, it smells good out the bottle, but the longer you had a bottle, the more you're like, oh, oh. So I love opera and I love symphony. I also just recently got Nocturne, and even though Nocturne's a little masculine,
I love it too.
I love it. I layering with that one, like if you have something super sweet and you just put Nocturne down first,
How do
I don't
you
know
layer
what's
with
in it.
Nocturne? Because I did that with I did kind of like a Parfums de Marley type scent profile,
Ooh.
and then I did 3 sprays of Nocturne. My friend had to let down the window. She was like, "You're doing too much."
But Nocturne, but let me
You're
tell
not
you,
doing that.
whatever she does to her fragrances, the sillage is incredible because anytime I wear something from her house, someone
It lasts.
literally will smell it. And so because somebody was like, girl, this is 300. I said, hers are worth 300. Now I can't speak for every niche brand that you're going to spend 300 on. And you like, hey, can you smell me? And they like,
It's
no.
it's
I
gonna
said, well,
stick to
hers
you.
though, they will smell you without a
That one,
shadow of a
Parfums de
doubt.
Marley, Valaya. Ooh, maybe they sticks. They sticks. So, you said Symphony is your favorite one.
Symphony is my favorite one, but I go back and forth between symphony and opera because I'm a rose girl.
So, what about Act One? How do you feel about that one?
I'm gonna get a travel size. So I had a sample and it didn't mind blow me because it's so
I
clean.
think it'd be
Like
great in the summer.
that's what I'm thinking too. But I think is there a lemon in it? It's bergamot and something
I think
else.
it's
It's just
some lemony,
yeah,
burgundy, mighty, but it's good.
it's good.
No
I
cleaning
just need to
product.
smell it when it's warm. Because when I first smelled it, I was like, I know that this is probably gonna smell better when it's warmer. Because right now I'm like, do I need it? Probably not. But I needed opera
Do you talk to the
immediately.
brand owner?
I've so on Instagram I have. Samira seems
Oh,
like she's super, super sweet.
I wonder
And
if
I
there's
know
an
she's
Act
working
Two
on some
coming.
new stuff.
And Act Two is possibly coming. Maybe you think?
I would be here for Act Two. There's something
Yeah.
coming. Because I was watching her stories not too long ago, and she was in New York with Jivadon, and she
Oh,
was sitting down. So like this one, I think is going to be even boom boom because the other one she worked by herself, I think,
really?
creating those. And so now she's like, nah, we're going big. She joined the Fragrance Association. So she's like, let me get a real perfumer. Let me follow the Chris Collins
Yeah.
plan.
I wonder if she's coming to Houston.
She
I would
needs
possibly go.
to. I mean, at this point, because I live in the DMV,
Mm-hmm.
and how can I put it? We don't have collective events for fragrances yet. And I know a
Right.
lot of people wear perfume here, but I also think that this hub is more so like fashion and political stuff. Cause, Janae Naylor, all of them live here, but
Oh.
they're into fashion. And
Oh,
even,
yeah.
yeah. So, having a fragrance event, somebody got to start it up. But
Lord
then
have
would the
mercy.
girlies come out?
But I just
Because
feel so connected to opera. That's just
and you know what? Because of what you do and singing and the
yeah. I think it's
theater, it
because I
kind
did
of
opera.
fits.
It's
Yeah.
funny. I've done opera, but I've never seen an opera. I've been in an opera show. I've never seen. That's gonna be my dream date. I said, whoever takes me to an opera, that's who I'm probably gonna marry. Cause
Yes. And if y'all on here listening, y'all need to be writing
I
notes. Y'all need to be like Fantasia's
take
husband and be writing notes so that you
my
can you could show out at one of his
Brittany.
plays
Yes.
and do something
I
special.
love me old nasty opera. So I want to know, like, as far as like fragrances, like, do you have
Mhm.
any top three like go to? Like, you have a whole, you got a whole. I saw you cleaning up your stuff or restructuring.
I didn't realize I had accumulated that much until I started putting it away. I was like, see, we slowing down on 2026 because I don't need 700. I know some people like to have like wall to the, floor to the wall. I'm like, I'm good not getting that heavy
Ooh,
because who gonna wear it all?
you just made me come up with a question too. I'll ask you a little bit. I hope I won't forget. But it would be hard for you to be like to pick one because I tell everybody every time, like with my collection, it's nowhere near yours. It takes me about 30 minutes to figure out before I get in the tub, what do I want to smell like? So
Right.
it must take you, or maybe you're not like me,
No,
overthinking.
you know what? I get it. I get into moods. So my fragrances are super attached to my mood of the day and like my
Me
thoughts. Like
too.
if I'm having a rough day, I want something a little bit rough and aggressive, right? So then I
Really?
yeah, I don't
I want
know.
some
Like
sour for the day tea, what I
and then
am.
sometimes I want to be dainty, sometimes I want to smell clean. But if I had to choose fragrances that for me are like a super, super easy reach that I just can pull for any day of the week. One is going to be Skin Intense. Now, I don't know what they put in there,
They did it with that.
but they did it with that. Like, I already like Skin, but Skin Intense for me is just so
It's so much
comforting.
better.
So much better. But it's weird because most people cannot make their fragrances better. Like, if they come out with like a flanker, it's usually like, oh, this is kind of
They'll add a
cute.
patchouli in it to make it intense.
Right.
They did
Or
not do
or
that.
ambroxan or something
Yeah.
obnoxious at the bottom to just make it loud, but it's never
Yes.
better.
They kept the DNA, but they did it with that one.
And people can smell that one too. Like I feel like with skin, someone has to kind of come up on you and they're like, oh, you
Yes.
smell good. But with intense, I get compliments. Like I don't know what it smells so good to
That
me.
is a good one. That's a good one. Everyday one.
It, it,
Yeah.
mm.
Yes.
Another really easy reach for me from the cheapy side
Oh,
is a theory, which is supposed to be the
I haven't heard of
dupe
that.
for Gucci Gorgeous Gardenia, the one that's in the yellow bottle.
Oh, I have not.
Like
The
I
bottle
don't
weirds
like
me
that
out.
one. I don't like any Gucci's for real.
The bottle weirds me out a little bit.
With the B on it.
The holes and
I mean, I know, but the juice smells
that's what I've
so
heard.
good.
I've heard that
And
bottle
I was
just
like, when I first, because when it, we can talk about dupes in another conversation, but some people are
retarded.
against dupes. I am of the opinion of once you smell something, you spend the big money, and you like, I like this, but I don't like it enough to spend 300 on it again. Then I'm like, go get you a dupe. Like that's how I do. Like if it's something that I'm like, I would not invest in this at full price again, I might look for an alternative. A theory just crept up on me. Someone sent it to me, and I was like, oh, okay. baby.
Really?
I love it. I love
Really?
it.
I hear a lot of great things about the juice. That bottle, I
It's
it's something about holes and
I know
mm-mm.
it's creepy.
I don't even
It's
like brown
creepy.
sugar babes like their glittery bottles. I absolutely hate it.
You don't
It
like
reminds
it.
me, it looks like an STD or something. I don't like
So
them.
you
They look so pretty
you don't
online.
like the rhinestone bottles?
Mm-mm.
Oh
It
my
just
god.
it kind of icks me out. It like I don't
I
know
mean, I
something
could
like
if you're like one of those people like that the textures and things of stuff can kind of I can see that
I
because
like the
they're
texture of a man, but a texture of a hole.
I mean, that's okay
Everything
though.
that a man got, I love those textures and creams and lotions and whatever
Hmm.
they got. But I just don't like holes, and I don't like it. Just the bottle, the brown sugar baby bottle looks like it. It just reminds me of an illness, like somebody got bumps on them, and I'm just like, oh, oh,
I mean, I can see that though. I can understand
oh.
it. I can
But they
understand
look
it.
good online.
They're I mean, I'm not gonna bring one out because I don't want you to get it, but I mean they're so pretty on a nightstand. I think another easy
I'm
reach
looking
for
at mine
me.
now.
Of course, any of the Delinas. I don't care how anybody tries to act like Delina ain't Delina. Delina is Delina for me, okay?
Delina
And
and Baccarat, they
Baccarat.
can't. They would never.
You're gonna win. It's just one of those things where if you just don't even feel like thinking, you can grab Baccarat or
Well, not
Delina and
really,
you're
because
gonna win.
that
Huh.
bottle's expensive. So not
It
really.
is, but you don't even have to now. Some people try to bathe in Baccarat. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with them. And I
Yeah,
think it's because they can't smell it. Because I tell people my nose is I'm nose blind to Baccarat. So I can't
really.
personally smell it anymore. I don't know what I can't smell it. Even when
I
I'm in
can
the
smell it.
store.
I can still smell it.
I can smell it when it is out in the open. I can't smell it on me.
Really?
So, yes, it's so weird. Like when
That
I
is
spray it, even when I went to the store, I'm like, I can't smell it, but people can smell it on me. And then I can smell it on other
I
people, but not in close range on me. So
really.
I really buy Baccarat because I know it's going to get a compliment. Like people love the way it smells. I don't care how people try to say it's played out. I love it. And then Delina's gonna always be in my collection. I prefer the original Delina
I
to
do
the
too.
exclusive.
I do too.
And so I will always have the original Delina. Like
What you
they
think
can
about the
keep the little
cream?
exclusive.
What you think about the cream? I
So
wasn't a huge fan of the
I'm not a
cream.
huge fan of I'm confused at why they have a husband and wife team because Inicio is owned by his wife. The owner of Parfums de Marly is married to the creative director of Inicio.
I didn't know that.
Yes, yes. And their body care products are two different levels. I'm like, well, you need to get your wife over here because the Atomic Rose body cream is amazing.
I need that one. I love Atomic Rose. I had much therapy. I use that up now.
But you see what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah.
cream, the consistency, the scent, you could
Well,
just
it
use that
wasn't.
up.
It was good, but it wasn't moisturizing enough for
No, now
me.
you do got to add a little oil. You're really buying theirs for the scent. And I think the
Yes,
Parfums de Marly one, the
you better
scent's
get sent
not
on that one.
there,
Yeah,
but it's a little bit more moisture, but the scent's not there. I'm like, I'm not paying the price point for y'all not to give me scent. So I
right.
prefer to get the inspired, the dupes from other body care brands.
Yeah, I just like with when it comes to Baccarat, I don't after having the original, I don't want a dupe of that.
No, and see that gets into that whole conversation of like
Yeah.
some fragrances I will never get a dupe of. It just doesn't make sense to me to even
Kayali. Kayali dupes are dumb.
to me,
They're dumb.
if you don't just put that in paying for and pay that $25 every
Right.
2 weeks, like
And they try to
they
charge $60. Like, are you okay?
like, why would you buy a $50 dupe of K Ali and just not save for the other 50 and just get you a full bottle
Right.
of K Ali? To me, a K Ali dupe don't make sense. And then they
It
don't
makes no
ever
sense.
the
They never
the
get it
the
right.
kitties be outside lying. Okay.
It don't. They do be lying.
They be lying. Like, I got marshmallow blush. I said, let me try an experiment.
I knew not to get that mess.
I'm like, this don't smell none like Young Bougie. Talk about something smell better. No, it smells like Nesquik, and I don't want to smell like Nesquik.
TikTok cannot be trusted. Is that where you heard that from?
Of course, but you know, as I told people, like when you're on TikTok, they have to understand that people are trying to get their little stars and they're trying to meet their quota. They're gonna say any and everything to get you to buy that bottle from their TikTok
Yeah.
shop.
It's this one lady I saw today. I really don't like her. I hate to say that. I don't know her like that. It's just her content was kind of. She's
Ooh.
one of those women that she'll smell men stuff and she like, if a man wears this, I will definitely give him a second date. I'm like, girl, sit down. I
I
hate
already
that
know who
type of
you're talking
content.
about, but I ain't gonna say nothing. Okay, so
You know
because
what I'm talking about? Is
she's
this the
not
one?
black.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, and this is just not because I'm black, the black women rule the fragrance community. It's just the other people getting the credit.
And you know,
But
I literally had this conversation that, and this is why I don't like when we as people of color get petty with one another, because they have to understand that when perfume was created, it was an exclusive elitist,
hmm
environment. Black people were not supposed to ever be included in smelling good, having anything luxurious, adorning themselves with anything, even though we started it because we was doing it in Africa. But anyway, you know, we were not supposed to have anything of value. And so us coming into this space, we're still getting microaggressed in the sense of not being included in certain spaces,
hmm
even though we are just as knowledgeable. We have the collections that are just as large. We are able to break down the notes and layer and do all the things exceptionally well. We're microaggressed against all
But
the
baby,
time by
I
certain
see
brands, right?
another one of
So
these non-blacks. Oh, let me stop saying that. But
right, but it's fact. So I'm like, I'm not gonna be petty with another black person because it's hard enough. If we
yeah.
can even get two people in a space, right? We are starting to open the door. And here's somebody want to go on the internet and be a clown. It's just like, why are you being a clown against your own? You already know it's hard.
hmm
Baby, the PR list, you see it's hard. How many black people are getting the PR in the first place? It's not that many people getting the PR. KLE
No.
is probably the only brand that's non-black that sends at least enough, variety to enough people of different backgrounds, diaspora, sexual
hmm
orientation, where you will see an unboxing and it's just like, okay, boom. But a lot of these fragrance brands, you'd be like,
Yep. That's
okay.
why I'm not here for the blacks. Let me stop. I'm not here for us arguing and fighting online. I am
Mm-mm,
not here
mm-mm.
for that. But I will tune in just to
I
see
will
what's
tune
going
in, but
on.
I can't do crash out people. I can't do people shading other people. Folks be online talking about oh, your content ain't good enough. You ain't got no real camera.
Oh, because they was
And
told say you ain't got enough followers or whatever. Because
right,
girls.
Patty Mayonnaise done got outside with her
Yes.
camera. She ain't wiped no lens. The mirror might be dirty. And if she can do it and you mad about me using my cell phone.
And I see
Mm-mm.
and I have nothing against anybody because there's some like I think her name is Laura. I really love her, the one that does the Bath and Body Works content on.
Oh yeah.
Um, I really love
On
her.
YouTube.
Yeah, and then there's another one I forgot her name, but it's not that I have anything against them, but I noticed that a lot of the black women, just black women. I don't really see a lot of black men really doing it. The black women are really telling this story to give you more of an idea what the fragrance smells like, whereas you are getting either this is gonna get you laid, or people looking at, oh yeah, I definitely smell the bergamot. Yeah, the bergamot's here. Yeah, that sugar mask is here, and I'm like, girl,
And I just want to be clear. A lot of people, like, what be bothering me too is people don't be knowing what these notes be smelling like, because you would have to go to an apothecary. You would have to be up in Trader Joe's opening, essential oils to kind of get the smell. A lot of people copy and paste each other's content, right? And you're correct. Like, people just get outside and just say anything and you'll believe them. And it's just like, oh my God, you smell like the hottest woman in the room, whatever they're going to say. And it's just like, okay, but give me the rundown of, like, other things. But you're right. You don't get that from a lot. And the Black girlies, as I tell people all the time, any person of color, we always got to overperform to be taken seriously.
Yeah.
We can't just get on there and be like, if you want to get ate up like a snack. I mean, you can for TikTok, for the TikTok shop fragrance, sure. But see,
Mm-hmm.
what I noticed is even with the Middle Eastern brands, right? There are
Yes.
people that I know have sold quota, right? They always on TikTok. They Black. They selling the whole. If you want to get blah 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 blah, but they're not getting flued out. You know why? Because their aesthetic isn't giving
Mm.
the aesthetic that those brands still want to connect to. And see,
Yeah.
those are other parts of conversation, but they will send you PR. They'll send you your little box so that you can go on and talk about the Paris corner, but they're not taking you on the trip because you're still a little too ghetto. But that's a whole nother.
Me and Platinum D was talking about that because
Mm-hmm.
we were just having a little conversation about how some things that some people are doing that get them brand deals, black women could never do that. Black men couldn't do it neither. But it's
Oh
just
no, could never. Cuss,
you
carry
would be
on,
you'd be
drag a
talking
brand. We
about
would have been kicked off the PR list,
yeah.
blacklisted. People would have called other brand directors and creative directors like, you don't want to work with her
Yeah.
because let me show you the video.
I don't think I'm brand friendly because
Why you don't
I'm
think
not.
that?
I just am not. I just feel like if something stink, I mean, I don't wanna say it stink. You ain't finna tell me that I need to tell the people that trust me a lie. No, you'd have to pay me six figures to do that. Now,
Right,
when that happen, I'm gonna do a little wink to my followers. I'm doing this because I got a mama to take care of.
right,
That's
right.
my signal. But I cannot be that person that I feel like
But you
even
know
with
what? I think that you can. I think again, it's about tailoring how you say it. Because I think the perfect example for me would be like a Fumi. She will say when she doesn't like something. She will say,
it's kind of to the point. She's a little. I love Fumi, by the way.
mm-hmm.
She is direct on some things too, but I'm
But she
sure.
knows how to not that, and that's why I say she's the good one to watch because she knows how to express it to where it's still
Mm,
black coded where I'm gonna get my check and doesn't take it to the deep end where I'm not gonna get paid because we know the black tax where people with certain
I think
aesthetics
all
can
of
get
y'all
on
do
there and
that.
be like, this smells like dog piss.
I think a lot
That,
of the people that I like do that. You,
yeah.
Fat Funds by Keitra, all of y'all do a good job in that. And that's why I be like admiring y'all. Y'all good. I can't.
Thank you, boo. And that's why I
You,
say I feel like you can too. I think you just have to be confident in it because at the end of the day, people want real. Like people start to decipher through fakeness. Like for example, there are certain creators you only love what's sent to you, right? You love
mhm.
everything that's sent to you. You're never giving us anything honest, right? You're never giving us like we could use K Ali for an example. Love them down. But
Yes.
there's not everything in the house that I love, like I love certain fragrances, right? I love, Young Bougie. I love the Elixir. Don't know why it's gone,
My favorite. My
right? Don't know
favorite.
why it's gone. But
It's coming
I
back.
wasn't overly in love with chocolate oud. So I'm not going to pretend like I was overly in love with it. But then you'll get some people like, oh my God, every time. I'm like, I know you don't love everything because no house gets it right every time.
Or the
I
people
love
who,
Guerlain, but I'm not gonna buy Vetiver Fob. It smells like
right.
grass.
Oh,
You know,
I,
it doesn't smell good.
I know. For me, I'll say about KLE.
Hmm.
I never smelled anything that I didn't like from them, but I did have smelled things that are not my vibe.
Exactly.
So
And
yeah.
that's to me called honesty, right? Like if you don't prefer, for example, Marrakesh in the bottle, a
Oh,
lot of
I
people
love it.
don't. I love it, but a lot of people don't prefer that one because it really is against their normal offering. It's not gourmand at all. It is literally one of their cleanest ones with a very present
Ooh,
orange
I love
blossom
it. I love it.
with woodiness. That's not
Yeah.
going to be everybody's vibe. It doesn't stink. It's just not everybody's vibe. And it's okay to say that this is not for me, but if you enjoy fragrances that smell XYZ, this is going to be something you should try.
Yeah.
Now,
Um,
our patty mayonnaise counterparts can get on there and be like, oh my God, it smells like dish soap. I'm never going to do that
I've
because
never
if
heard that.
it doesn't, but somebody else could say it and they're not going to get kicked off. Like, I don't know if you follow this one. I love him, but I know I could not do what he does. His name is P.S. Smells, right?
I've seen him. Yeah.
Yes. he will drag, okay?
He
He will pick
drags.
a fragrance up and he will drag it to the pits of hell. But he can do that. He can do that. I know I can't drag a fragrance to the pits of hell without somebody forwarding my video and being like, yeah, look what she said.
Yeah, he does. He does really. He's worse than me. Like I have
Oh
not
no,
dragged a
when I
brand.
tell you you know he drag. Now he
Yeah,
will pick up a bottle and be like, I don't understand why it smells like baby doll head and throw up. Like he will
yeah,
just go to the gusto.
yeah.
And he can do that because again,
He has the
he's not
right
carrying
voice.
the minority tax.
Yeah,
Baby, we say something smell like a doll head, that'll be the last bottle we'll ever see.
yeah, and that's pretty unfortunate. But I want to know, like, so with fragrance content creators, do you think a lot of fragrance content creators who do buy their fragrances, are they buying it for themselves or are they buying it for some sort of validation? Because I'm seeing a
Ooh.
lot of people kind of not in a way flaunt, but kind of really showcase how much I have.
You know, I think that there's just like with any space, like I tell people when I first started becoming a creator, I came in with plus size modeling and fashion, right? And I think that there are people who don't have childhood issues resolved, that when they get into a space of being able
Oh,
to do something, they use it as reverse bullying. So there are some
oh,
people who use their platforms to feel elitist through perfumery and start to try to make other people feel bad for their taste.
oh! I didn't
And
think
then there
about
are
that.
people that really enjoy the art and they just want to share their collection. And then they come from a space of like, this is just where my nose is at. Like, I love, you
Wow.
know, a specific house. I just love them. I don't care how anybody else feels about it, whatever. But then there are some people, and you can catch it in the way that they express stuff, where it's just like, okay, like, oh, well, my nose just this isn't for someone who's really a connoisseur of
Oh,
scent.
oh,
Okay. And I sit back and
no.
I sip my little tea, like, but who's to say that your nose is the connoisseur nose? Because everybody's nose is so different, right? Just because someone enjoys a frou-frou fragrance from a random affordable house does not mean they can't appreciate an amouage scent
Right,
once
because
they
I swear
smell
us
one that
Bath and
works for
Body
them.
Works folks do not. We have. Oh, we're just the bottom of the barrel because we like Bath and Body Works. Excuse me.
There
Excuse me?
but the thing what's so wild to me is people don't realize that the same perfumers work on all those levels. They get a contract and it's like, okay, we need you to create a body mist for Bath and Body Works. You just don't know because Bath and Body Works is not requiring the perfumer's name to be attached to the scent. Right. So at the end of the day, if Quinton gets a work order like, hey, we need you to create a body mist derivative of Delina for Bath and Body Works, he's going to
Right,
do it because he needs to get paid. The checks need to clear, but he doesn't have to stamp his name on it. And he might go to Latafa and create a fragrance. He might go to Amouage. He might go to Armani Privé. And it's the same perfumer working at different levels for different price points. But see, people who don't understand the industry think they're flexing on people when they say certain stuff. And it's like, you're dumb because a lot of these brands, it's a multi-billion dollar industry. Bath and Body Works has been here for almost 30 years. They have perfumers work on their stuff. They wouldn't be in business if they was just in there as store clerks like, I think this smells incredible. No, they have professionals
right.
curate this
That's
so
what I be
that it
saying.
stays marketable.
That's what I
So
be saying.
I don't attack anybody's nose. It's just like me. I tell people all the time, I'm not the biggest gourmand girl in terms of dessert gourmands, but I'm not going to sit on the internet and attack everybody that wants to smell like a cupcake. Why? That's not my ministry. But I'm going to send you, if you love smelling like cake, like, girl, I want to smell like the biggest cupcake. I know who to send you to and whose content you need to consume because they
Right,
are the cupcake connoisseur. I'm
right,
not going to say, oh, yeah, your nose is basic because all you want to smell like is cake. Who am I to
right.
say that?
Right, and I know for me, it was. I think it was sort of a validation in a way, because I tell people all the time. I purchased at one point. I was purchasing fragrances out of depression. Like I'd be
Mhm.
sad and just blind buy to make myself feel better
Yeah.
for 2 seconds. And I was always wondering, like for other content creators, I wonder what their like what their notion is. Is it really like I'm finna try to make a business out of this, or are you really just doing it for validation?
And sometimes people are doing it because they want to keep up because they want to look like
Yeah,
somebody that they're not. just yet, or fake it until you make it. Or some people, it is an investment so that they can become, a creator in this space, like
Wow.
when you watch people's journeys, like Fumi talks about, for example, like she went to Dubai and bought a bunch of Middle Eastern fragrances and came back and talked about it and it went viral. And even though she has the ex nihilos, the amouage, she's in spaces with gritty, with mind games. She's never stayed too far. She's never made anybody else feel bad for, hey, you
Mm-hmm.
want Rayhan, get Rayhan, because I'm still wearing it too. But then you have other creators that they literally want to demonize
Mm.
anybody that can't spend $400 on a fragrance. And
But
that's okay. But what I've seen in the streets is those brands don't care as long as they know that you're influential. Because when I see that paid ad by Valentino with our boy, what's his name, Paul Reacts. Paul
I didn't
Reacts
see
has
that.
always been in Bath and Body Works and he ain't stopped. So Valentino don't care that he's in Bath and Body Works. Why do you care if somebody else is in Bath and Body Works? Because that
What?
ain't stopped his bag.
I didn't know he worked with them.
Yes, baby. When
He
he
was just
did
in a
his review, it
commercial.
says paid partnership with Valentino.
Oh, that man got money. I
Yeah,
just
he
saw him
was
in a
on the whole
commercial.
panel in Vegas. Okay,
Mm.
he got commercials with Tree Hut, and where can you find Tree Hut? At Walmart, at
Yeah,
Ulta.
he was in the commercial for Super Bowl on Tree Hut.
Yes.
He
And
got
when he
money.
started his collection, he was buying the cheapies like everybody else because he could not afford to get
Uh,
$700 fragrances. And I often bring up certain people because I need individuals to stop trying to act like you're doing something major by
because
only
you're
buying $500 fragrances. That
mm,
doesn't make you any more relevant than somebody else because, baby, the people that's getting paid wear it all.
yeah.
Because how are you a connoisseur of scent and you can't tell somebody how to smell good at a different price point? Then
Maybe
that means that you don't smell enough.
that's why I say I'm the unprofessional over here. Don't come over here and say act like, oh, you think you know. No, I said I'm the unprofessional. Don't come over here. But I
I
feel
just
like
look.
Fumi started
And
the
then
whole
there's some
Middle
people, like
Eastern.
for example, we could use Keitra. She is Bougieville, right? We know that when we watch
Google
her
it.
content, Bougieville has a Bougieville nose. She may not be outside smelling all the
Oh,
things
she ain't going to Bath
in
and Body Works.
and but see again, but she's also not telling nobody not to.
Right,
She's not sitting on her page like,
right,
you ain't on my level if you don't smell what I smell. And if you in
right,
Bath and Body Works, you basic.
right.
No, this is
That's
what
the
Bougieville
difference.
talks about.
But see, that's
And
the
this
whole difference between the black creators and the other creators. Because I don't really see a lot of that's really
they don't
happening.
get
But
into the weeds of that. And it's because they're not competing. I feel like with us, we are trying to compete to look like something. We want the proximity to wealth.
oh,
Almost at the point of belittling
son,
anyone that can't get there. And it's just like, but at the end of the day, you don't know what anybody can and cannot get. Maybe some people are fiscally at a space where they're like, I don't want to spend my money here, but I like to spend it on cars or I like to spend it on home decor, but I do also smell good, but I got a cap on how much I'm going to spend to smell
right,
good. And
right,
that's why I want us as a community to stop really, watching people and trying to figure out ways to belittle them. Because at the end of
right.
the day, we don't know what people really have. There are people going broke every day trying to
You
keep
know,
up with an aesthetic that they can't keep up with.
oh,
Like
I
you
gotta
can't afford the Gucci, but you gonna go out. I mean, look at Wendy Osefo. She in court today because she was outside lying and
what?
scheming. I watched Potomac. I watched the Housewives,
I've
child.
been off for a little while on that, but
But you in court because you was doing fraud, okay, insurance fraud. But on the show, you was buying all these handbags, and y'all was buying them today, taking them back to the store tomorrow, and
what are
then
they
fake.
sure she did it? Or they really trying to say she really did that?
They got proof,
Oh,
emails of them concocting the whole fake
and she
robbery.
has a habit of looking down on people too, kind of.
Exactly. But see,
But
this is that's why I brought her up as an example. You outside looking down, I'm doctor, always trying to make people feel bad, but you ain't even walking in your truth. And
oh,
that's
that's
how
so
I feel.
sad.
That's how I feel like a lot of these people are. You're not even walking in your truth and you get on the internet. trying to make people feel bad. And every time I see somebody that tries to do that, I know that they hiding something. Because when you're really happy and you got it, you're not worried about
Right.
what everybody else got. Do you see Jackie outside trying to make people feel bad if they can't eat on Versace plates? No, because there was a point where she wasn't eating on Versace plates. She can today.
Ooh, I love me some Jackie. I
I
ain't gonna
love me some
lie.
Jackie too. I'm like, and
And
Jackie still gonna get a set off of Amazon and don't care. You know, she's not telling you that you need to go out and buy everything Sergio Hudson. She's telling you that I'm able to do it, so I'm doing it today. I was once in the Hawaii apartment, and today I'm living in
baby, I
okay, I'm
love
in
me some
Beverly
Jackie.
Hills. I'm around the corner from the Kardashians. Okay. I'm in
Yes,
what
I
is it?
live
Casablanca? What no, where they stay?
Calabasas.
Calabasas. Thank you. She
Yeah,
outside, and
I
there's
love me
nothing
some
wrong.
Jackie. I
But
love me
she
some
never makes
Jackie.
people feel bad. She's still wearing
Right,
EOS lotion.
right. Well, they
Okay,
probably paying her a good penny too.
okay. And
They
you
might pay her-
outside talking about something. I could never
I
go at
don't
Bath
really
and
run
Body
into
Works.
those
That's
creators.
fine.
I don't run into those creators.
Ooh,
I haven't.
I mean, I think because I've become more submerged in the space and content is just constantly being fed because I'm always on Instagram and TikTok, I see it more often. And like you said, it's hardly any of the creators of other ethnicities. It's always the black people
Yeah.
doing PSAs. It's just like, shut up
Yeah.
already.
And one thing
You
I'm guilty of, I want to know if you're guilty of it.
hmm
You don't have to admit it. I will. I'm just gonna make myself look crazy. I do look at a lot of people, and my thought process, I'm looking at it to see like, what is it about them? Because I kind of, it's a comparison thing, I guess. And it's not like I want something like I feel like they don't deserve it. I just am kind of like looking at a lot of people like, what is it about them? Because I'm looking at my views and they got thousands. I just want to know like, what is it about you? Because I don't really see it sometimes. And I just really, I
you
hate to
know,
say that so bad. I hate it, but I be doing that.
I feel like I haven't done that. And I think it's simply because I just recognize like I'm me and whatever got who's ever in their community, whoop de doo. But I also feel like because I've done this, even though I haven't done it in fragrance, but because I've been a creator for a while, I also know that there's a lot of things people can do to make themselves look relevant. You can buy a lot of stuff. And I'm not accusing everyone of buying followers, buying views, buying engagement, but you can. You know, back in the day, people were able to do it and no one knew because brands weren't data mining like they do today. But like pre-COVID, up through COVID, there were a lot of things that people were able to get away with. And because brands did not
Mm.
know, it looked like, oh, maybe this person's really relevant. Like, wow, wow, wow. I mean, you can buy so much. And so I don't get in the habit because
Didn't
I
think
don't
about
know
that.
who's real or who's fake. But you know who you can tell is real? When them brands start paying people. When you see the people
Mm.
that are getting the commercials and stuff, they done already checked the engagement. They are checking the analytics. They know your following is authentic. But then when you see some other people where it's just like, I mean, they got 30,000 views, but it seems like nothing's ever growing and happening. 9 times out of 10, something else is going on. And you just got to kind of lead them where they're at because people always want to. I think Kanye West said it best
Oh.
when he was talking about social media back before he went crazy about how it does have such a negative impact because people want to feel like they've made it. They will do anything
That's
to
why a
be
lot of
validated for
celebrities,
strangers.
people act like celebrities online. That's what I hate about
Yeah,
social
yeah, knowing
media.
they real life is tragic. One of my favorite creators is Blame It on Quay, right? I love him. I remember
Really?
he was on a panel. I mean, I haven't seen him in a minute, but
I
back when
haven't
I was
either.
really into him in the wigs, right? When he was doing his skits a lot with B. Simone, who I can't. Anyway, that's a combo for another day. I'll leave B where she at.
I
But
have to shop at H&M. I have
yeah,
to
I can't with her antics.
I
But
don't have
when
it.
they were all starting out, he even said like he had 100,000 followers and he had less than $100 in his account. And he was just talking about the perception of online celebrity versus real life economics. Like he
Oh.
was broke, he was struggling, things were not happening. And I think when I was watching his interview, it really level set me to not pay attention to people because so much could be fraud, so much could be fake. And even though somebody is popping to us online, we don't know how their day to day is.
Ooh.
We do not know. Like, it's cute
Ooh.
when there's comments, but are the comments converting to revenue? And if they're not, then it don't even matter. You just
Ooh.
online
Mhm.
waste, just having social hour. Like, we could use Keitra as an example. We could use our bougie boo. She's outside partnering with K Ali. K Ali done sponsored an event. And
Well,
somebody else might be like, well, she ain't got 175,000 million followers. But it's not about that. It's about if it's real and if you're impactful. Bougieville is a real bill. You
mhm.
can't sell out an event in 20 minutes if you're not impactful.
Oh, you better tell her.
Okay,
But
it don't
so,
matter who you put on that flyer. If
so
you
is
don't have that type of energy and you aren't known for who you
yeah,
are, you can't sell it out. If you don't
yeah,
have the relationships and people trust you and believe in who you are as a brand, you're not going to be able to
yeah,
carry an event.
yeah. And I think with Keitra also, it's the personality, and she's a decent person outside of the camera. Like
Oh, she
it's
she
not faking the
is she
phone.
is what you see. What we see is what you
That's why I
get.
say y'all can't play by Keitra. Never in my face.
That's one thing. What you see is what you get. Like, Keitra is not giving you, okay, and scene, and then you meet her, and it's like, ew, who are
But
you?
is there, like, as we talk about the other content creators, is there a fragrance that you think is kind of like popular that you just don't understand why?
Ooh, yes. From the cheapy category, Sour Blanc, the girls lied. That little turtle bottle it's
What?
horrific. I hate it. I was like, what are y'all smelling? Because I don't understand. It's sitting in
So
here.
is it not for you, or does it just stink?
It doesn't stink, okay, but it doesn't, like, when people are like, this is one of the best, but you know how they get on there. And me and my nose twins, because I have a
Mhm.
few nose twins, a lot of my nose twins are overseas. And I feel like the overseas girlies are super honest. My nose twin was like, yeah, so mm, no, no. And I said, I knew I wasn't tripping. Demi Rawlings, all of them were like,
I like her
yeah,
too.
so I'm not sure if I'm getting this sweet, powdery, whatever, whatever. But in America, because I found out that the TikTok shop only exists in America.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. So we get,
Oh,
yeah, overseas, they don't have a TikTok
it
shop.
seems like a lot of them be kind of foreign that I see on. I see a few.
So they will talk about it because the brands will, send it to them to pay directly, right? For them to go in actual stores and get it. But the TikTok shop, unless they expanded in 2026, was only an American thing.
It's no
Ooh,
shade, but I would love to. I would love
come
to
here,
just one
Dakota.
time. I would like to do it just one time, do one of them TikTok lives, but it has to be with a brand that I really like.
Right. And the thing is, they will pay you. Like, if you really go and, let's say, attack your TikTok, right? And you're talking about, let's say you love Fleur, and people just start coming to you as the Fleur expert. Fleur will fly you into New York
Well,
and let you do that live, right? Sell them body mist.
I
Okay.
would love that, but Fleur has a taste, and they have a preference, and it's not me. That's all I'm saying about that one. But hey, happy to
Are you sure? Because they
because the
put they
people they
put
have doing their lives, I'm just like,
Well, okay, so let me say what I don't think that there is a super preference. I just think that somebody is in their ear, and so he might be behind him picking who he thinks should do the lives, and they
ooh,
might listen because he has a cult like following.
oh,
So,
okay. Well, let's go on to the next
yeah.
section of
So
this.
he
Now,
might be behind that because he in all the lives
oh,
and all his little friends be in the lives. And there's nothing wrong with that. You should be
shout
putting
out
your
to
people
them.
on.
The black one is very pretty. She's very beautiful. But
God, she's gorgeous. And she actually lives up the street from me. I really want to be her friend. She's so pretty.
really, she lives that
Hmm.
close. Okay, I
Yeah,
thought she
she's
was
in the
down in the
DMV.
south.
She's in the DC area.
So, is there a note that you think, in your opinion, that elevates a scent?
Ooh, so for me, oud is always going to be a first love for me. I love ouds. I
Ooh,
think oud is it just makes everything sexy, especially, I
so-
know it can get skanky because the Middle Eastern ouds, they can go from just a little smoldering to skank, and everybody can't handle the skank. But I like one that's right in the middle. where it's a little bit deeper than light, but it's not as, skank, like right where Nocturne is, like that middle ground. I think oud makes everything
Ooh,
sexy.
yes.
I also love marshmallow. I find, especially when it leans on that orange blossom floral side, I
Mm.
feel like it adds a different touch that makes it flirty and delicate. Like, everybody was dragging Donna Born and Roma
Ooh.
Ivory. I was like, baby, I love that thing down.
Mhm.
But I understand why they were dragging it, because if you only like marshmallows that are literal and more on that, I don't want to use the word synthetic because people be getting mad, but more on that
Do it.
synthetic side where it's smelling like a dessert,
Yeah.
you know, then you're not going to like the orange blossomy essence of that type of marshmallow. But for me, that's my favorite type because I find it to be delicate, flirty, and feminine.
Oh wow.
And
Yes.
of course, I'm an old head in terms of I love rose. I feel like rose makes everything regal. Like if you
Yes.
are really trying to smell like a palace grounds, like you walk in palace grounds and
Bulgarian rose is so
yes, I love
ancient.
Bulgarian and I love Type rose because it's a little bit spicy.
Oh
It gives something a
yes,
little
it
dark and
is.
seductive, right?
Yes.
It's very yum.
I
And
think
even
Joe
though
Malone has that in it, right?
yes. So Joe
Fragrance.
Malone has like a Type Rose one that's in the small purple bottle.
Yeah, I like that one.
That's what, and I'm not even a Joe Malone
Me
head
neither.
because, but that one I bought because I was like, oh, this is one of y'all's best. Okay. Y'all need to
Yes.
keep this one. Because Joe Malone, again, is like Le Labo to me. They both have that same aesthetic and it's expensive, but it's so stripped down. It's just like, do I need to
It's
pay
nothing.
over $150 for this type of scent?
Yeah, it's nothing like really groundbreaking about it.
No, and it's
Yeah.
linear. It's just very it's gonna stay the same. And I'm like, so are we gonna really pay 175, 200 for what I personally feel like you can get from Clean Reserve, you can get it from Noteworthy Scents, you can get it from
Mirantanka is good. Mirantanka,
right.
that's probably
Now,
one of the
what I
better ones.
will give Joe Malone that nobody speaks on, I love their body creams.
I've
They
heard that before.
they're very good. Nobody seems to go into the body care section, but the ones in the black tin
Yes.
especially
I want the
are,
Mirantanka.
and I think that's the one I have. I want to say the Miratonka because the
Oh my goodness.
Miratonka is in their
Cologne.
Cologne Intense.
Yeah, that's probably why that one lasts as well too.
Yes, and that one is in the black container too because that one is the one that's a little bit more hydrating where they add a little bit more of skin
Yeah.
essential type stuff. Gorgeous. Actually, I mean, well, no, I would have to dig in
Do
there. I
you
think it's Miratonka that I do have.
what about saffron?
I love
I
saffron.
love saffron. Cause are you a fan of vanilla powder?
I am.
Whatever that brand name is, I don't ever get it right.
Matia Premier. I have both vanilla
Mattia.
powder versions.
I
Yes.
think the saffron is the best one out of that whole lineup.
It's on my wish list. The crystal saffron, it's on my
Ooh,
wish
that one
list.
sticks to you too. I want
And
that one
it's
so bad.
sexy. I always
Yes.
tell people like if you're trying to move away from baccarat, crystal saffron to me is the perfect step. Like if you were like
Yes.
I don't want to be like everybody else wearing the baccarat and you want something
It
that's
smells
smoldering
so
and just
good. I sprayed it
so
on my
good.
hand and washed my hands like 3 times. It was
It's
still
still there.
lingering. It doesn't
It's
smell like
so good.
baccarat, y'all. It doesn't smell
It doesn't
anything.
smell like baccarat,
But
but if you wanted something just a different
yes,
saffron, that to me is the one that is just going to be different. It's sexy. It's going to stick to you. It's going to be in the same price range, but it's just super sexy in a
yes, it
whole
is
different
so
way.
good. Me and my friend, we called each other after we sprayed it. Like,
It's
what
good.
the? Now, I want to ask you because I watch your content and you always talk about body creams, lotions, whatever, everything, but I never knew what. Are you into beast mode? I don't think I've ever heard you really.
I just
uh,
feel like beast mode, everything's not designed for that. And that
Yes.
doesn't make it less beautiful, right? Like, why do you need to have beast mode all the time? For example, one of my favorite fragrances from Forever Mood is You Remind Me. I love how delicate and
Oh, I
soft it
love that one.
is.
I love that one. That's my favorite.
It's so good. It's just the skin musk, the apricot skin. It just
It's
feels
so good.
gentle and ethereal, right? It's not a beast mode scent. I love it though, and I'm going to always buy it. But people are like, oh my God, yeah,
My
it don't
friend.
last 10 hours. Well,
Yeah.
baby, a lot of the scents that people want to be beast mode, you're not going to like it if they add the beast mode notes, because that's patchouli,
Yes, and a
and
lot
a
of
heavy,
people
high
struggle.
quality patchouli at that. It's not going to
Yeah.
be the cutesy one. It's going to be one that's going to give you patchouli and you're going to hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Ambergris. You're not going to like, if you don't like ambergris, you're going to hate the fragrances that have it in it that's going to stick 14 hours. You
And
don't like
Boxer can come
ambroxan.
across. It can come across a little like, what is
A,
this?
a lot of the beast mode scents are going to put a little hair on your
But
chest.
are you like, are you the type that, like, I want people to smell me, or you want to have the delicate scent
I
bubble
feel
and
like
everything?
it just depends on my mood, but most people smell me most of the time, but that's because of the skin prep, right? A lot of
Yeah.
people think that it's always about the perfume. No, if you know how to put on your body care, when the perfume fades, they're going to smell it. For
Mm-hmm.
example, brown sugar babe. I tell people, they're like, it's so expensive. Yes, but it's super, super concentrated. So for a lot of their body oils, it's gonna sit on you all day.
Ooh,
It's
yes.
gonna sit on you all day. So when your perfume stops performing, people
Mm-hmm.
still smell you. And if you know how to build a scent bubble, like if you put a little bit in your hair, you put a little bit of the dry oil down once it's gone, and then you spray your perfumes, people are still going to smell you regardless if you put on a beast mode scent or not.
Yeah.
Another one, I talked to the owner of Blanc and Noire a lot. We've had conversations about
I love
even how
him.
he wants to improve, carry on. So I made a recent order and I said, oh, baby boy been in his bag because this butter is whipped different, right?
It's so
Reverie.
good. Yeah. You
Reverie
like
is
that
one of
one?
my
I've been thinking
favorite.
about getting that. I've been thinking about getting that one.
So out of everybody who has tried to do a Trap Revs rendition of body care, his is my
Uh-huh.
favorite. That is one
Really?
scent that I will get from him all the time. I'm like, of everybody else that has done a Trap Revs, they don't hit it. It's either going too green or too rosy. It's not the perfect
Really?
blend of the cacao and the aromatic notes and the woodiness, but he's mastered it. And
Oh.
so the butter, I
The
got
link
it.
is in
I
my
have it on
description
today.
box. Okay, get it.
Oh, I used your code, boo. Listen, because one
Did you
thing
use
that's
my
another.
code?
Yes, one thing I like to
Thank
do,
you.
especially when I start seeing my newbies, when I start seeing people who are building get codes, I'm using their code. If you already made it, I don't need to use your code, right? If you have 400,000 followers and you have a code for a brand that I know a smaller creator has a code for, I'm using the smaller creators because this is to continuously keep them encouraged, right?
Yeah.
Like we see you, somebody is watching you, I'm going to use your code. And even with him, he's like, I want to grow. He asked for feedback. I gave him feedback. I said, I really want you to get more in your original scent bag. There are so many people that already
I want
do a
Brown
lot of
Sugar Babe
dupes
too as well.
who, oh
Brown
yeah.
Sugar Babe. I want them to do that as well.
And with them, it don't even make sense because a lot of their viral scents are original scents. Cloud9 is theirs.
Love
That
Cloud
is an
Nine.
original scent.
I love Cloud Nine.
Nobody can touch that. Pink pound cake is an original scent. So, and I think she's probably going to get more confident in that. I mean, they do dupes amazingly well too, but she does original scents really, really good. So
Yeah, I'm
she
gonna
needs
have
to
to get
stick.
that. I'm gonna get that body because the oil is sold out. So I'm gonna get the
Yes,
body
but
butter.
please get the body butter. I went ahead and
Yeah.
bought a backup of Reverie because I don't know why he won't keep that one. Another one that he does really well that's
Yeah.
inspired that nobody has touched to me is the Simone Andrioli's Leisure in Paradise version he's done. I think it's called Papaya Sunrise. I have to go in there and get
I
it.
haven't tried that one, but that fragrance right there.
It's one of the best ones that I've smelled. Nobody's really touched Simone Andrioli, and I don't know why because I love all of his scents. If anybody
Really?
watches me, that's my baby. I love his fragrance house
Oh my
down.
goodness. Yeah, shout out to everybody who's used my code because I was like, I saw something happen the weekend. It was a few people use. I'm like, what? I ain't even talked about this. I'm like, okay,
And
thank
that's the
God they
beauty
did.
of it. And that's with you, I want you to talk about things more because you have such a personality. And
Thank
I know that
you.
you are in your YouTube bag, but I'm just like, if Durant really don't show out and just keep it going because your
Child,
personality, the face card, the skin,
thank
like you, let me tell you something. You are in the LGBTQ, baby. There is. first, you got an advantage. And I say
Really?
that,
I don't think
yes,
so.
yes, baby, listen. You have an advantage because not only do people feel inclined to listen to you from a male and female perspective, brands love, especially in America, to pour into that community differently in this beauty and skincare. I know you watch The
Mm,
Island Boy, do you not?
I don't.
Okay, so the Island Boy is on Instagram. He is a makeup artist, and of course, he's
Really?
LGBTQIA. Yes,
Is he one of me?
and
Is he black?
yes, he is. Y'all are the
Okay.
same complexion, same little curly
Oh, I have
curly
seen him.
suits.
He was a makeup artist, right? Or
Yes.
I know who you talk. I think I've seen him on Instagram. Was he recently engaged or married or something?
I don't. I have to look.
And he
I
has a
don't
deep
know. I
voice,
haven't
right?
seen that, but he might have been. He might have been. He's up in New York,
He has a
but
deep voice, right? Real
he
deep.
does have a deep
I know who you're
voice.
talking about. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm like, baby, listen.
Yeah.
He went in, he was always doing makeup and skincare because he has beautiful skin. And he
Yes.
started talking about fragrances. Brands eat it up because they know it's like a jack of all trades. It's the fashion. They know that people love to look at beautiful men that
Oh.
feel safe. They know that you don't want us, child. They know y'all don't want us, but you can advise us.
Yeah, at one point my analytics was like 70%, 75% women. And
Yes.
recently it went to like 55. And I'm like, oh, what? Because I always thought that men wouldn't listen to me because, like, why am I listening to the gay boy?
Oh, first of
Crazy
all,
too.
if we really want to call a thing, men know when a man's attractive, whether he's gay or straight. Okay,
Well,
men know when other men are nice looking.
I know there's a DL thing going around. We don't all want men lusting out like straight men thinking we're gay. We want the gay ones.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, but and the thing
But
is,
yeah.
men still know what men need to smell like, whether
Thank
they
you.
are gay or straight. Right? They still know that a gay man is going to know what's going to attract a woman to them because. Guess who's always feeling safe around a gay man? Usually women. So if a man is telling you gay or straight, like, listen, my girlfriend said I smell good enough to eat. A straight man's like, well, let me see what combo that is. I might not comment on the post, right? Because I don't need nobody thinking, whatever. But I'm gonna still write down this combo because he said a girl want to eat him, and most of the time, gay men only hang around beautiful women. It's very rare that a gay man's like, let me go out here and get the most, dusty busty
Yeah.
and be around because and I always tell women, I'm like, you want somebody to be real with you, get you a gay best friend because he's not gonna let you step in correct. Now, yo silently
Well,
competitive female friend, she might let you come outside and your
what?
wig sitting on the side,
Well, the type of I am the type you have to ask me. I'm not just gonna give
but you gonna
unsolicited.
make a face. Listen, I don't know a gay man. Y'all try. Now you may not say nothing, but you might just fixate that. I might just be like, "Am I, baby? What you looking at? Like, girl, could you just,
Yeah.
just shift it to the left a little bit? Could you just
Seriously.
blend right here? I don't know. I just don't. It's just not blended. I don't know a gay
Yeah.
man on this planet. Y'all try. My gay best friend, baby, he would never. He like, baby, that don't look right.
That's
Take that
so
outfit
funny
off.
because I always thought like it was harder for me because of that. Because you have the homophobic women, not all. There's homophobic women, of course, the men, the straight ones. But I
Hmm.
always thought like I always had pity parties like this is just hard because of because
No,
my
baby, you're
family member
just
even told me like you're too feminine and flamboyant online.
no,
I'm like,
and that's exactly why beauty is the perfect space for you. Baby,
child.
be listen. I don't. That's why tap in. Even when you the last K Ali ad, what's his name? I can't even think of his name.
He's a
But
Hispanic
There
looking.
was Kusin's. No, baby, this is your lane.
Ugh,
This is the safest lane, in my opinion, where being vibrant, being loud, being outside,
definitely
it does
loud.
not hurt you at all when you talk about this stuff in this space. Get your manicures, get everything. One of my other good Judies that I love, we live, that's my boo. Frank in the City, we have been click tight for 8 years.
Back in the city.
He
He's
was on
the
The Circle on Netflix. I don't know if
oh,
you
I may that name sounds so familiar. Oh, is he from Dallas?
He's not. He is from Alabama, but he lives in DC, but he sounds like he's from the South.
I think I
Full-fledged personality. He has always been androgynous with his style, with his fashions, everything. And he is in fashion, beauty, whatever. And people eat it up. they eat it up because again, it serves as a space of reference because we love listening to men who focus on beauty and they're
Yes.
unapologetic. There ain't nobody gonna be, baby, we looking at your skin. Every time I see you, I'm like, if he don't get outside and start shooting skin content and showing us the process, how to snatch these pores, baby. Like
I
women
don't do
want the pores,
nothing.
men want the pores. Okay, people trying to figure out why they got craters on their face, and it's because they don't know how to go through the step process.
Ooh, child. Well, I do, I do what I can. But I want to ask you like about a fragrance like category that I do not like. And I want to know if you have an idea
Mm.
of something that may be good. I'm not great with aquatic fragrances.
Okay.
I want to know, do you know a good aquatic fragrance? Because everything aquatic just turns me off.
So, which aquatic fragrances have you tried that you just hate?
Um, every single one. What is that bottle, the clear bottle that it looked kind of green and people really love that one?
Mm.
Was it Gucci? No, it wasn't Gucci. I don't know what. Um,
Um, and it's kind of green and it's aquatic.
yeah, it's kind of green, the bottle. I'm finna look it up. And I was, and people say it's a good like fragrance, and I'm like,
And it's not
let me see. I definitely don't like, and you know, the Geos and all those.
okay.
And what is that fragrance called? What is it called? Oh, and here you go. It's Aqua di Digio. Aqua Digio. Is that what it's called?
Aquadigio by Armani.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then I didn't like Beach Walk. I don't like
Okay.
that. I don't like, of course, I don't like Nautica. Of course, I don't like I don't like none of these.
So have you tried
Who want to heal?
Chris Collins' Lost in Paradise?
Is that considered
Hmm.
aquatic? I
Hmm.
love that one.
Exactly. And you know why? Your aquatics, you might not want it to be marine. You might need something that adds a little bit more of a touch of tropical aquatic, where there's like
Oh.
maybe a coconut, maybe something that has like, a squeeze of juice. So, for example, love Lost in Paradise. I
Mm-hmm.
also really like Lamar by House of Beau. It also has like a
Really?
coconut, it has like a coconut milk in it. It's still aquatic, but it doesn't give ocean. It gives something that gives more of a vacation in a bottle type scent.
That's one brand I struggle with, House of Bow.
But that's because, again, I feel like their extraction process is really literal. So, like when they say neroli, it's like going out to Home Depot and picking up a
I
neroli and not shaking the dirt off and putting it in the bottle.
love Neroli though. I love
And
it.
see, I hate neroli, but if it's blended nicely, I can do it. Also, have you tried? Well, from KLE, do you like Maldives in a bottle?
It's not my favorite.
Okay,
It
okay.
doesn't, it does, of course it doesn't stink, but Keitra told us to mix that one or layer that one with wedding silk santal.
I can see that. I can see that. I'm actually going to
And
try that because I can see how that sandalwood would kind of bring down some of
it was
that.
good then. I did the brown sugar babe version because I don't have wedding silk santal. I did the brown sugar babe version.
And that still would work too.
It worked, yeah.
Now, one of my favorite aquatic scents that I really like that I got last year is by Goldfield and Banks, and it's Pacific Rock Flower. And
I
so
remember you talking about them.
it is ocean, but the flower makes it a little bit sweet and soft. And so
Ooh,
it doesn't give too much of the outside, like I smell sea salt. Another creator that told me she struggles with aquatics is Tia Mora. I don't know if you follow her.
really?
Yeah, she doesn't like
I
aquatics like
love
that
her. She was at the
either.
teacher event.
Yes. And
Yeah.
so I think a lot of people struggle with aquatics because it could either lean very much like salty, musty, like, because when you go to the ocean, it doesn't always smell good. Like it sometimes has a very pungent smell, and that can translate when you smell those scents and like
Mm.
sea kelp and stuff. Like people don't really want to smell like kelp a
Right.
lot. So I see why some people struggle with aquatics. I'm on the fence. Like I don't like even in the summertime, I never want to smell too ocean like
Or
either.
sunscreen. Like I don't like sunscreeny like
Yeah. So
fragrance.
for example, Tom Ford's Soleil Blanc, sometimes I
I
like
like
it.
that one.
and sometimes I don't because it can go
Yeah,
sunscreen and sometimes it doesn't to my nose. But that one I have it because I do enjoy it when I enjoy it, and when I don't enjoy it, I just put it down.
right.
But I like it. Now beach walk, it's a little too sunscreeny.
It lasts a bit of 2 seconds. But since you mentioned Tom Ford,
Mhm.
um, is there a fragrance that you had that you didn't like and you came back to and you was like fell in love with it?
Yes, I feel like Tom Ford's Cafe Rose
Really?
was it was hard for me at first. When I first got it, like I blind bought it, and I was like, I
Bitter
don't
peach for me.
know. Huh?
Bitter peach for me.
I've heard that, and that was another one for me because peach, I love peach and hate peach at the same time. It
Mm.
really depends on how it's done.
That thing sat there in my thing for 10 months and I was about to throw it away and I
And you
just
sprayed
sprayed
it.
it. That thing was gone in like less than a month after I sprayed it
And
because I
see,
fell in love
some
with it.
fragrances, I feel like that's another thing with creators. Some things need to sit. Like sometimes you need, I've gotten into the habit now of letting my fragrances sit for like a week before I review them because
I need to
when I
start
get
doing that.
them right out of the box, and I know people could talk about shipping shock. I don't know if that's a real thing. I just feel like I need to spray it, let a little air in, and let it age to see how the notes are supposed to actually blend. Like it needs that little spritz.
Yeah.
Another and a fragrance for me that I hated at first that I had to come back to and I actually like was Guidance. When I first got Guidance, I didn't like it.
I love guidance. Move it.
And then after like 3 months, I went back and I was like, I'm in love with it. The
It's
skanky
so
Guidance
good.
at that. Like, because a lot of people like 46, and I do love 46 too. But I also like Miss Skank. I like her.
Now somebody did say it smelled like something, and I was like, I can't unsmell it, but I still love it.
I mean, it do smell like a little hot twat. That we can say that here. It smell like a little hot twat. It's got a little hot twat. Like it got a little bit of it. I'm like, oh,
No, 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 no.
but it's almost like orgasmic. Like it's almost addicting. So I was like, somebody really did put that in there. I do feel like they put a little hot twat juice in there because
I
they know it's
don't
like a
like that at
pheromone.
all. That is crazy.
But people like to smell it. Men and women alike. It's like kind of carnal. And so people be like, "Rah, rah," they be coming over
I
there to smell
absolutely
it.
love it, and I don't feel like it smelled like that. But when somebody said it, I was like,
And you
oh,
can't smell like when you was in the club and you could be like, it's that. It smells like somebody dancing in the club and getting a little excited.
oh my
That's what it smell
god,
like.
that is crazy. I want to know, like, as a content creator, I've never asked anybody this. As Do you feel pressure to like certain brands?
Ooh. So I do sometimes. I feel
Yeah.
like there I feel like sometimes people, especially if the brand starts watching you, I feel pressure at that point. Like if you start seeing them in your stories, like I've had, certain brands pop in my story, and I'm like, oh, I
I
can't
don't look at
really
my story. Like, I don't look to see who looked at mine.
see. I do because unfortunately, it gets filthy in these fragrant streets, and so sometimes you
Really?
just want to see who's peeping because everybody doesn't have great energy, and some people are like
Mm.
watching
Yeah,
and trying to see what you're doing.
I never look at mine.
Yeah. But see, you're a man, and I don't feel like the men are not as messy. I think, and I literally had this discussion like the men, they want a partner, they want to feature each other, they want to do videos together, gay, straight, other. They were like, oh, you talking about fragrance? Cool, come on.
Not over
The
here. You ain't gonna
women,
see my boo. Cause some of these gays are weird too. They see you got somebody. They think, let me just talk to him. I don't like him. I just want to take him from the rent. You ain't never gonna see my boo over here if I get one.
well,
You
well,
ain't never.
well, well, that's a different topic because I mean, it do get messy in those streets. I used to be in the drama. I used to have to, yeah, I used to be not in the drama, but I used to have to talk my
No,
best
because
friend
I'm
off of some
dangerous when it
drama.
come to back. With if I got me a boo, I'm dangerous. I will
But see,
get a
that's different.
hammer.
That's across the board. I think everybody's messy with love. But in
Yeah.
terms of influencing, like if you are talking about fragrances, the men like to partner up. The women, I feel like, get a little bit crazy
Really?
acting sometimes. Yeah. Like, I literally was like, when I watch, for example, Cal Cologne, baby, they got a whole bromance. All of them be bromance together. I'm like, oh my gosh. And it doesn't really matter where they're located in the world. It's like, oh yeah, hop on this live, blah, 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 blah. Let's just, we just gonna have a whole chat. The women cannot sometimes get it
Yeah, you
together
rarely see that. You rarely
because
see that
they're
anymore.
too busy competing with each other silently. They're too
Mm.
busy scanning each other. It's just like, you know how powerful we could have already been had we really just like started doing it more. For example, like, oh, you see your friend doing something down in this place, like let's flash mob and make sure that her stuff work, right? We just about to fly down there, I don't care, instead of, oh, let me watch from a distance. I'm not gonna like
What?
nothing, but
You
I'm gonna
just
try to do this.
you just reminded me of something. I want to know what you think about it. So did you
Ooh.
get into the whole did you see on TikTok where there was this thing where why are men fragrance content creators more successful than the women? Where
I
did you
didn't
see any
get
of
into
that?
the deep dive of the think pieces, but I do understand why they're more successful.
I
I have my
don't.
thought about it.
I enjoy women are way more entertaining, but somebody said it's because of the looks a lot of the men are getting more, attention.
I think, and I'm gonna be all the way 1,000, right? I feel like there's so many women. Like, I do think that the women's market is oversaturated to a degree. There's not as many men that talk about grooming and fragrance. So it's a smaller niche that's growing. So it gets more attention because it's not as many men talking about it.
Mm.
It's still smaller, it's a smaller bubble. But what I will say is men keep it to the business, right? When I go watch the men's content, they're more into the science behind a scent. They're giving more note breakdowns.
Some
They're
of them.
talking about, okay, well, this perfumer, did blah, 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 and he extracted this. And so it gives, in my opinion, if I'm a perfumer and I'm watching a man and he's breaking down the artistry, he's done his research to talk about this and present it, it's nitty gritty. It's not
Aromatics.
giving too much. And
Aromatics is like
so yeah, so it gives more of a, I want to send him more because he gets it. Like he's
yeah.
getting it. It's not about feelings, it's about facts. And it's also, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the men that do perfumery content, their aesthetics, they come on like, I take care of myself. For real, for real. Like the beards, however it is. Now you do have some that are more on that rock and roll edge that I've seen, but overarching, most of them are clean cut. They look groomed. They look like they're going to talk to you and sell you something that you're going to want to buy because they're attractive. I'm not going to say
Mm.
women are unattractive or not attractive, but I do think that we are suffering from a sense of, some of us do think that this is easy and we just don't give as much effort, and we have a lot of copy paste going on. We're
Oh,
not coming on giving all the things, and we have to be mindful that this is still an industry that is on based on aesthetics and the appearance of luxury. So you do have to give it a little more
right.
oomph. You can't just throw that bottle out there. You do need to make sure that when you're talking about the bottle, that the aesthetic matches the fact that you wear and adorn yourself luxuriously in scent,
Oh,
because that's what fragrance was created for. And I think the men unfortunately do a better job with that. Like
I need to
you'll
do a
see them on there
rebrand.
with suits on, you'll see them on there fresh. It's a whole different ball game. Even if they got a hoodie on, it's very rare that they are not going to look put together. There's one overseas that's in Dubai. What's his name? Aromatics.
I love him.
Baby, he come on there like a sheik every time. So of course,
And
if
he's
you're
one
a
of the better
man,
looking ones too. So that's
oh
why
yeah, he's nice looking. I ain't
him
gonna
and
even hold
Trusted
you.
Nose are like whatever they say. I love them, even though that's
Yes,
great.
and he comes on there like a sheik. He comes on watches, oil, whatever. He's educating you on his culture. He's doing the bakur and he's giving it. So if I'm a man and I'm like, I want to look like a ladies' man, I'm gonna buy everything he tells me to buy because he
Mm,
gives the entire package. I feel like as women, some of us we don't do that, and so
really?
then it gives off like we don't care. And we also have to think about it
Mm,
from that aspect. And it's so many women. Like when you look at the ones that are successful, let's just say, let's just take some of them. We got to pay attention to aesthetics with it too. And people don't
mm.
like to have that conversation, but I could use, several for an example. The one that lives near me, that's what's her name? She's so pretty. The one you were just talking about that does the
Hmm.
Fleur Lives. When
Yeah.
you look at her though, anytime she's presenting anything, she looks put together. Period. snatched
Yeah.
down from the outfit, from the jewelry. It don't even have to be a lot of makeup, but the aesthetic of it gives, hey, let me bring you something beautiful. And I'm going to look as pretty as the bottles that I'm presenting.
Mm.
Fumi, we ain't never gonna see Fumi not step. Okay, if she gonna present the bottle, she gonna the hair, beat, blush, lash. I mean, because
I love Fumi.
that's what perfumery is about. Perfume wasn't about we trying to make everybody smell good. This was reserved for regals, and we always have to think about that, even when we're historically giving our perspective on it.
Wow.
And I think once we break that down, that is why the men are more successful, because the men know that it's a grooming thing, so they
That
come
is
at it
crazy.
differently.
I
They
think the
don't just, I mean,
women,
some of them might get on there and just throw on a t-shirt and it be wrinkled and everything, but most of the men do not look like that. They do
maybe
not look
because I
like
don't get
that.
around that much. All the women I watch are very put together,
But
and
that's because you watch certain women. Like you watch certain women. You watching Sheree. I know Sheree is one of your favorites. Sheree gonna have that Chanel on.
Sheree,
Baby, that hair is
Sharita,
laid. The Van
yes,
Cleef is on, the Chanel, and it gives an aesthetic. If you're watching Sharita never looks not put together. See, you just
Sharita
don't notice
always
it
put
because you're
together.
desensitized. Sharita's
Hmm.
face is gonna be beat down to the gods. She's gonna have her her Andrea Amaya, not Andrea, what's her name? Yeah, it is Andrea Amaya. She gonna have it's always, you don't even notice
Yep,
it because you're desensitized to the fact that it's never
yep.
off.
Ariel
You never gonna
Ash,
see Sharita on there with no
baby,
t-shirt and jean.
right.
Face is going to be snatched.
So I don't know that life
When do
without
we see
no.
Keitra on there slipping? That bob is laid. The baby hair is
That's
laid.
Chanel. That's Chanel.
Okay,
But what
baby
is there?
eyebrows snatched, the gloss. We gonna.
Like
It just is what it is. And when we think about the brand owners, when is Mona not laid? See, people gotta think.
she better not. She better be laid with all that money. I know she making.
Look, we gonna see furs and sprinkles. Okay,
Yeah.
Mona's giving us prissy sprinkles.
Right. So is
And when we
there?
think about who she's put in her campaigns, all of them have an aesthetic
She need to
that
call me.
meets them.
So is there a certain type of fragrance content you don't like? Like for me, I don't like I don't like the sexual stuff. Like this will make you get your legs thrown in the air. I don't want to hear all that.
I think it's for like shock and awe value. I will say I don't like content that completely goes disrespectful to any brand, because I think that everybody's sensitive about their artistry, like Erica Badu said. So I feel like I have to pay a certain level of respect.
Instead of saying a fragrance smells like trash or
Right. I
yeah,
feel like trash is horrible to say
yeah,
because most people are buying the fragrance still out there. Like, now some fragrances get discontinued, yes, but somebody's gonna like it. So I need to be mindful of just how I talk about it. Because what if I come out with something? I wouldn't want somebody to just be like, you said it smell like
right,
boo 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 boo. So I always think
right.
about that. I also
Mhm.
don't like, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Don't lie to us.
Because I'm peculiar about my stuff. So I just don't like low effort. I'm not saying that you need to get in there and act like you are shooting at Tyler Perry Studios. No. But like some people, when I'm watching content, just try. Like, I'm not saying you could shoot it on your phone, but just try. Why is the baby diaper in the back? You know what I'm saying? Like, why didn't you just move to a white wall? Like, some people just be like, yeah, child. And I'm like, you didn't even try though today. Just move the trash can out the frame. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you shoot in that same corner every time you talk about fragrance.
Yeah.
Brush your hair. And this ain't just a us thing. Like there's some content creators, I just be sitting back like the mirror. We got toothpaste stains on the mirror. You don't care. And I don't want to watch who don't care. Like I don't hear nothing you saying because I'm fixated on toothbrush stain, like
Oh my
the spit in
goodness.
the mirror. I
Oh
don't
my
like that.
god.
And I'm with you. I don't need the extra sexual content. Like you don't have to get on there and like fake moan. We
Cause
don't need that.
it's so obvious these two people on TikTok are dating. And I'm just
I
like,
love it though. I love it. I love the slow rollout, the slow
well,
drama. Because I think it's been to be honest, because we gonna not name them. I remember when he did his announcement that him and his other girl, his ex
I
girlfriend,
thought
broke
that was
up.
so weird.
But I think they had to because I think that, the
Oh, because
other
they're
one was
both.
in coming into the
Yeah.
mix. And I feel as if he didn't beat the punch, people were gonna start creating a whole drama series of him cheating and carrying on. Like, then we just see
Hmm.
such and such. So I think they did the mutual announcement because, there's money on the line for him, for real. I can't remember who his ex-girlfriend was. I don't know if she had a major platform herself with fragrances. But
Yes, I think she started when they got together, but
I
her
think
platform
so
has
too.
been her
I
platform.
think so too. So I think he did damage control. He did a Bill Clinton type thing. He tried to get ahead of the punch. Like, I ain't had. Uh,
I just don't like the story time that she did. I
I
just
just
feel like you gave very much. You giving him too much power in this, and I was just like,
well,
you
I
can't give these
mean,
men
listen,
power.
listen. I mean,
I used to let
he
you know I
got a
like you
little
that much.
swag to him, and I feel like I think that she ain't never dated nobody with that much
He's
swag. So
nice
I think
looking.
she's super excited.
He's very nice looking.
Oh yeah, oh
I
yeah,
would have
and
been
he
over. I
tall.
probably would have been over that first night when
Oh,
she
I
talked.
would have been like,
No, I'm
touch
kidding.
all my thighs. She talked about
I'm-
something. I told him, oh yeah, you could put your hand back
and
on
I
my
know he
thigh, baby.
smelled good.
Grab them. Grab the thighs.
But I
Okay.
felt the story time like as much as I have a crush on somebody in New York who I saw went on a date or somebody told me. I don't know who that was, but I'm not gonna get online and be like, we went on a fabulous date and it was just so great. I didn't want him to leave. Like, girl, you doing too much. You doing too much.
She's just really excited, but they're young. I don't even think she's
Really?
30.
Really?
Yeah, because she was talking about, coming into her late 20s. So it's very cutesy. So I give her grace because I think she's still young. And like,
Well,
when you young, it just hits different. She's just real happy. And I also think it's probably been harder for her. She did kind of admit that it's harder for her to date
she have a
because,
boyfriend.
huh?
I thought she had a man. That guy, that must be her brother that she's always seeing.
No, that fine one, that's her brother. The one that she does
Her
videos
brother.
with.
Is he the same?
Child, yeah,
I,
because at first I thought that was her man, and I was like, oh, so good looks just running y'all's family. That's her brother.
what?
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna go back and look at it because I
But
was like,
see
why is
again,
he?
and he started his page, and his page is doing well. But I again, he looks really good. I was like, of course, his page is that. That's why I be trying to tell the ladies. I'm like, look how these men come on.
What? That is crazy.
Yes,
Well,
and
I'm
so
happy
she
for
is
them.
beautiful. So I think like her and the new one, they look like they belong together. I'm not gonna lie. When he announced that he was leaving his ex girlfriend, I was like, yeah, because I don't even know how y'all together. I'm not trying to be funny, but their aesthetics to me didn't look like his and
Not the
hers.
aesthetics, no.
Cause she did, like, honestly and truthfully, she didn't look like she cared about it as much as he did. You know what I mean? Like, she was just.
But that's how the men be saying they want natural. I mean, she was
Yeah,
giving
no,
just
she
what.
was giving. She was. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't like to down talk women. So, but I would just say that she didn't match his vibe. The
I'm gonna
new
look. I'm gonna
one
follow this
matches his
story.
vibe. Like,
My
they look
44,
beautiful together.
my old ASS for to follow this young love story because baby, that video, I was like, girl.
Oh, the one when he launched.
No, she did a video where she said she went on this fabulous date with this famous
Oh
content
yeah, I
creator.
watched that, but I thought you were talking about the video with his collaboration with Mason Nasrar when he was in
Mm-mm.
Miami. I was watching
Is
that
that where
video
she
like,
from?
huh?
Is that where she from?
No, that's where the brand had their launch party for
Okay.
him. And
I
so
would be
when he was
watching.
down there, they shot like a whole like I would say like marketing video, but she was
Mm.
all up in the marketing video. So they were like teasing this out. And I was like, I was fanning myself. I said, "Oh, this
I don't
is
think
this
I
is
could date
her."
another fragrance content creator.
You know,
Mm-mm. I
you
can do
don't
a
think you
content creator.
could?
No,
Why?
like I'm a singer. I don't want to date a singer. Like if I find out someone sings, no.
We're gonna see how it goes. I feel like for them, it might work. It probably will work because they've both
We
been
hope
doing it
so
so
because
long.
that
I
video
just hope
is.
that what I hope for is that it wouldn't get messy because
Mm.
they're both very big. So like I wouldn't want it getting messy and blocking anybody's bag. But if it's serious and it becomes what we hope it becomes, like let's say they get married or whatever, then I think it's beautiful. But I agree with you because I used to date a model when I was modeling.
Oh,
Worst decision I ever made.
really?
Yeah. Oh
Because
yeah,
I would date
yeah.
Chris Collins. Oh, no, I'm kidding. Stop.
But
I'm
see,
joking. I'm joking.
you not joking because you done talked about Chris a couple times here.
Baby. Now I'm gonna ask you real quick before we go. Let's have a
Mhm.
quick talk about the dupes and the non-dupes.
Okay.
What actually is, because I know we talked earlier about how Kayali is crazy. What are
Yeah.
your what are your thoughts about dupes, period? Do you feel like we're kind of getting into a season where they're just kind of like not, they're gonna be irrelevant?
So I feel several ways. I feel like some of these dupes, like for example, duping the same 10 DNAs, like the way they went dummy
Dr.
for
Right.
Young Bougie
Oh,
blew my mind. I was like, how many of y'all are going to dupe the same perfume? Like once we get three, y'all need to find another fragrance to dupe. But it felt like every month we were getting, no, not every month, every week we were getting a new Young Bougie marshmallow derivative. I was like, can y'all stop? Like, we don't need that many. And it's Kayali. So why are we still,
I
and
haven't
they were
smelled the
getting
dupe.
cheaper and cheaper. It's like, oh, well, if they did one for 50, we're going to do one for 48. Well, if they
What?
did one for 48, we're going to do one for 40. Okay, well, we're going to offer a $15 bottle. Please stop.
I
Like, it just, I can't.
haven't smelled
So
any dupes of that one.
I have, and it's trash. I feel like it is going to become obsolete if brands aren't strategic about how they're duping. But I notice also a shift with how brands are releasing fragrances. Now they're doing more limited releases where once they're gone, they're gone. Like, for example, Cedar Chic from Carolina Herrera. Everybody went crazy for it. It is out of the US now. And
Mm.
so it's done. Vanille Couture, right? I mean, Vanille Leave Vanille Couture. The little
Oh,
gold bottle is done.
I
They
don't see
said this
those
is
anywhere.
limited and we are done. Donna Born in Roma, Ivory, it's done.
There's a
I
dupe for
think
that one.
yeah, I think that they're doing that to prevent so much duping so that if you couldn't get a bottle of the DNA and try to dupe it, it's done. So now you don't
Mm.
have a reference point because they're even tired of people, trying to take
Feeling there.
advantage of them. And I think that that's going to hurt the dupe industry. Now, I don't have a problem with dupes. I just think people need to also know what the difference is between a dupe and a hybrid and a derivative. To me, a dupe has to be one for one. I think when
Ooh.
people start getting outside, like, oh, this is this, but it got there, then it's not actually a dupe. It's an inspiration, a complementary fragrance, but it's not really a dupe. A dupe, I don't need to be able to detect a difference. So for me,
Oh,
you not come here. You not about to do this. We
oh,
almost
that
done.
baby.
Uh,
We love dogs over here, so they can bark if they
oh,
want. It don't
okay.
bother me.
So for example, when everybody was calling, what is it? Not what is that fragrance?
Is it a
Um,
Riesling?
it is, but it's not a dupe to me. The one that was supposed to be Vanille
Vanilla
Planifolia.
Aura?
Yes, that is not no dupe. I don't know what it
It is
is.
not.
It is not a dupe, but people would call it. And I always tell people, like, be very careful because some people are just trying to sell, but this is not a dupe. I don't even think the brand tried to sell it as a dupe.
It does not even. It's not
It
even
don't
on the
come
same playing
close.
field.
It doesn't even come close. I'm like, this is
It
not
smells
this fragrance.
good, but it smells cheap.
It smell now. It smells cheap. And I think that that's the other thing that is going to start hurting the dupe industry. Is like some of them smell really bad. They smell cheap and they don't age well.
Look
Some of them are not made. Come here, baby. Are
at
not.
that baby. I love dogs.
Me too. Some of them are just not made to last. So, like, I can't support all the dupes, but I do recommend people buying fragrances that they can afford. And I also think people need to understand, like, when they get on the elitist dupe train, a lot of what we're smelling is not new. A lot of fragrance houses have repackaged old fragrances that people forgot about and
Good.
they're re-releasing them under new names. Fragrance houses do it all the time. Like Fève Gourmand is not a new scent by Guerlain. They just repackaged something else from their house. Atomic Rose, I've had this conversation constantly. Atomic Rose is a derivative of Delina. It's just at a
I
higher
never thought
price.
about that, but I get it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think people, when they start getting down this rabbit hole about I don't wear dupes, I'm like, you don't even know if you wear a dupe because unless you've been wearing fragrance since you were yay high, like 2 years old and you remember everything you done ever put on and every fragrance that's ever released in the world, you don't know what house has taken an old DNA and regurgitated it and sold it to you for a higher price point.
Hmm.
People do it all the time. So I think that we just have to let people buy what they can afford
Yeah.
and let life be great. And there's just
Yeah.
some fragrances that people just want the brand name just to say they have a brand, but it don't smell good or it doesn't last. Like, for example, Burberry Goddess. I hate it. I don't like Goddess.
Which one? All of them?
I don't like any of the goddesses.
Mm.
Burberry, but the Burberry as a brand, I struggle with, and I'm still trying to find my unicorn of which fragrance
Child.
is going to be the one I finally pull the trigger on from Burberry. But Angum is made very well by
I love
Lattafa.
the packaging of that one.
I, I buy it. I've never bought Goddess. I've tried. I've had the decant. I'm
They
like, I
smell
don't know.
so similar though.
They do, but the lavender is toned down
It
in
is.
Angam.
It
And
is.
that is why I like it. And now that Rare came out with their perfume, which is everybody's like, well, this is Goddess. Yeah, but it's cheaper. And for me, it smells better because they don't have lavender in it at all. And they put a
I love
little bit
Rare.
of that um pistachio and something. I love it. I will always have that. So now I'm like, I don't even need the Angam. I can just keep buying Rare and it performs.
It does. And I love
It
the bombs or whatever.
Me
I
too. And it
love those.
changes everything. Like you put on the floral balm, it makes it smell different. You put on the amber one. So I love Rare, but nobody's that's a dupe.
Hmm.
Technically, if we really think about it, it smells literally like Goddess without the lavender.
It's a little different for me when it
It
dries
is a
on my
little
skin,
different,
but yeah.
but again, it could be, in my opinion, considered a dupe if
Yeah.
people really want to use the dupe language. But to me, a lot of
Hmm.
fragrances aren't really dupes. People just are trying to sell stuff. They're inspirations, sure, but they don't smell enough alike to be a dupe. Like
Yeah.
that Vanilla Aura. Another one that they said was a dupe is
Never aura.
Mystic Bouquet from Off and On. Was supposed to be a dupe of Valaya. I have Mystic Bouquet because it was sent to me. Of course, I'm very familiar with Valaya, and I'm like, this is not a dupe. It get you near
It gives you the
some.
vibes.
It gives
Yeah.
you the vibes, but Valaya
Yeah.
it's not Valaya.
It can't. You just
It
can't.
can't.
That's really what my stance on it too. Like, if I'm gonna get a dupe, I want to get it for a fragrance that I can't afford at the moment, and just want to get the vibes of it, and until I could get to a point where I want to get it. But some of these people who are so against dupes, I'm just like, are you telling your doctor you don't want dupe prescriptions? Are you going to a
Right,
store and not
because
getting great value? Are you?
but what always blows me, because there was a certain creator, like there's several certain creators that always are talking about they don't wear dupes, but I'm like, you wear dupe clothes. And what
You
is the
do
difference?
food.
When we talk about artistry and you go on Fashion Nova, Fashion Nova is regurgitating looks from haute couture. They're watching Fashion Week, seeing what's there, and making it accessible for you because you
Yeah.
can't afford Christian Siriano. You
Oh,
can't afford
right.
Loewe. You can't afford it. You're not going outside buying $600 shoes and shades every time you want a new pair of glasses. But what will you do? You will go and buy something from Amazon. You will
Mm,
go to Fashion Nova, Temu, whoever, and get it. Even down to the designers inside. Like you might like that Ralph Lauren, but then you might go to Kohl's and get something that looks similar to Ralph Lauren. It's
right.
all the same. So
Yeah.
how do you pick and choose what's considered art? It's
Yeah.
all art because somebody can get out here. Louis Vuitton get out here all the time, like pissed about why y'all keep copying this, that, and the third.
That's one fragrance brand I just can't get into.
Yeah, people. I have three of them,
The
but
roses one
like
is really good.
the which one?
The roses, it's in a black bottle.
Yes. It's called not Rose de Ventus. What is it?
Rose Blossom.
Los Cibles Rose
I
something.
love it. I love
It's
that one.
gorgeous. That one is
Yeah.
gorgeous. Symphony, I do enjoy. I just can't see
Ooh.
myself paying for Symphony. I can't see myself doing it. Like to me, it's not a DNA that's worth $600 the way it smells is great, but it's a freshie. Now people say it does perform beast mode. I don't know. And maybe
Mm,
I'll change my mind one day. But when I smelled it, I was like, it smells good, but is it $500
yeah.
good?
My barber
No.
likes imagination. He loves that actually.
But see, imagination isn't 500. That's part of their regular line. I think it's
Yeah.
three something. And that one smells really good and it performs, but it's also
It's
uh,
all right.
it's aquatic. I feel like
I didn't
that the
like it.
DNAs at Louis Vuitton to me are you're buying it for the name. You're not buying it for the artistry and the perfumer that does their fragrances. To me, he just created a higher end version of the fragrances he does for Bulgari
Oh.
because Jacques Cavalier, that whole Allegra line, when I smell it, smells exactly like the LV fragrances,
Mm.
exactly almost to a T. Give or take a few, unique ones like Baciami. But
Oh,
I'm
say that
like,
one.
it's the same scent profiles.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I do not. I've tried that. Was it Tiger Tigger?
Tiger.
I hate. I've never hated a scent
Tiger is a
like
very
that. Jackie Aina loves it.
but see, I think maybe on her skin chemistry, it probably
Maybe so.
smells differently because
It gets
Jackie.
dirty.
I love Jackie's nose. Obviously, we love Forever Mood,
Yeah,
and I feel like Tiger. I've smelled it too. It's one of those. I put it on me. It's not something I would buy for myself
that's like
because
dirt.
it's very green. It's very green. It goes super,
Ugh.
super green. And so I think on some people, they probably pull out more of the citrus. And on other people like me and you, it smells very earthy.
Is
And
it
I'm like,
patchouli
I
in
don't
there?
want it. Huh?
Is it patchouli in there?
I have to
If
look.
there's
I
a
know there's
patchouli in there, it's
ginger,
a
but I love ginger. So it's not the ginger. It might be some patchouli. It's something in there that makes it last long because it does last a very long time.
okay. Well, I had a lot of questions to ask, but I'm not going to get to all of them. But I do want to ask you one more before we get into the
Oh, yes,
PCOS
that's
real quick.
fine.
What are your thoughts on what's the fragrance Sauvage?
People be hating on Sauvage so bad, but it
I
smell
hate on it.
good.
And I will tell you, I dated somebody almost 2 years ago. He wore the Elixir one. And that's the reason I never want to smell that DNA again. Not because he did anything. Thank the Lord we didn't sleep together. Whew,
Whew,
praise
well,
God.
good. Praise the Lord.
Because some people they gotta learn this is kind of my this is my thing. You have to smell good in all angles. I'm not saying anything specific, but
But
it's my
yeah,
brand to smell good. So if you don't smell good in all areas,
right.
it won't work.
Why sacrifice your body?
How you smell like cologne, but when you never mind.
And
Thank God we
but
didn't
see,
do
cause see,
anything.
they be trying to bathe in cologne, but not bathe. And there's nothing you can do about that but run.
I say praise God, but no, I don't like that DNA because I will say that's my reason.
And see, Sauvage to me, since people like to be elitists, if there was ever a fragrance where I'm like, you really on the ground floor as a man, that's the one. Like, I don't want to smell it either because
It smells good though. It
it smells
does.
so good, but it is so overdone. Like I'm just like, can you go get a YSL real quick? Like that one's overdone too, but can you just go run it myself? I just feel like every man who thinks he's him wears Sauvage. Like
Really?
and yes, and I think it's because the women they always name it like, oh, I love Sauvage, I love so they immediately go out and buy Sauvage.
Mm.
And I'm like, I don't want to smell this no more. Like everybody I've ever gone on a date with, like I can tell you how many first dates every man almost like 90% of them wore
Yeah, he
Sauvage.
wore
So
it on the
I'm
first date
over it.
too. And I was like, I
I'm
thought it
over it.
smelled good, but
I
I,
mean, please abuse Creed Mountain Water again. Like, please abuse Aventus. Like, go back to that. But everybody wears Sauvage. Like Baccarat, I'm still not tired of the smell as much as
I'm
people
not
try
either.
to.
I'm
I
not either.
like it. I love
I
I
don't-
love saffron, so I'm like, I don't really care if y'all want to wear Baccarat. That's fine.
Are you into Balmain at all?
I want to be. I haven't smelled anything by them, but people tell me that they have good fragrances.
I
Have
would love for
you?
you to smell Carbone because I want to know if you think it smells like guidance. Because to me, it gives very much guidance.
And see, the Balmains are less expensive because I was looking at their Discovery set
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, their fragrances are under 200.
Yes.
And so I was like, I want to smell them because this is their private line. Like, this is, you can't get it, at a Sephora. I mean, maybe
They don't have too
online.
many good ones.
Huh?
They don't have too many good ones, but they have a few little gems in there.
I mean, they probably trying to get it together because, I feel like, so not everybody hitting on the good. They try because who else don't have anything that I like? Chanel I struggled with for a long time.
Oh,
I'm
I struggle
now,
with them.
huh?
I struggle so bad with Chanel.
Yeah, there's
I
a couple
want one.
now,
I know
but
there's got to be one that I really love.
right. And I know the less exclusives line, people are like, oh my God. The only one that I do like is Cormando, that I do actually like by
Never
the
smelled that one.
that one, and I actually like 1932. I got a little small one.
Oh,
But
really?
everything else, I was like, I I was confused. I was really confused. I was like, this private line confuses me.
I really want to get into Christian Dior because everything I've smelled so far has been a like or a love.
Really? Which
I
ones?
love
I
the
haven't
Rue
smelled
Dior.
much by them.
The what is it? The Trouble Door or whatever it's called.
Oh, the rose one.
The Esprit one is amazing. I That's on the
I've
top of
been
my wish list.
hearing that. I've
It
been
is
hearing that.
the most beautiful rose fragrance I think I've smelled in a long time. And
Really?
so I would love the prices are astronomical. So I
I,
don't know.
I know, I know. And that's why I was like, I need to get my wholesale license or something. I need to figure out a back door because they are very high. Which again, I get it for some of them.
They're beast mode too.
Like Homage, I get it. They show you their process. If they marinate in myrrh for 6 months, I'm like, of course, fine.
Existence is so good. Ugh,
It is. It
it
is
is.
so good. There are some people that don't like it. I don't know how. I was like, baby, I love existence. But I also think again, Amouage is just one of them houses where you either love it
I
or you
want to get
hate it.
into them. But you know what? Let me ask you something before this. Really is my last question for real. As a proud gay man,
Hmm.
and I have a lot of fragrances, but I have a little toxicity to me to where there are fragrances that I have in my collection. If I had a boo, he can't wear them. Like you're not gonna wear for
Oh,
Majesty.
oh,
Is
oh.
is there a fragrance you have? Like I know you probably have a lot of unisex, but it's like your man better not ever.
Yes, there's several. He can't wear guidance.
Really, a
I
lot of
won't let
men,
him touch it.
a lot of
No, that's
men.
my baby. You're not wearing guidance. You're not gonna wear King Side by Mind Games. That's my baby. You better find something else.
Really?
Find something safe to do. Like you're
Oh
not
my
gonna touch that
god.
one. You're not touching that one.
Pistachio. He may not like pistachio. A lot of men. I don't think a lot of men like pistachio
But
fragrances.
see, I feel like King Side is done really well though. Like
It
I
is
think that's
beautiful.
one that men will gravitate to because the pistachio, it's nutty, but it doesn't go cakey. It doesn't smell cookie. It
Mhm.
gives grown. Like
Yes.
like we discussed before, it's like the big brother to young
Kayali.
pistachio. Like young pistachio is the little sister, but that's Big Daddy. Like that one
The grown
smells
Princess Amunda.
right. And he can't
Yeah.
touch that one. I also would not allow him to touch my Siren by Fragrance Du Bois. I love it. And
I need
that
to
one
get
too,
into that brand. I've never smelled anything from them.
it's Siren. If there was one fragrance I would tell anybody to start with, it's Siren, the original one. The new one is cute, but that original one is sexy. And it is one of those fragrances that does cherry perfect. Like I know cherry is
Really?
a hard note for people, but
For me.
whatever they put in that, and it's because it's oud and it has a lactonic like incense, it
Ooh.
is sexy. He can't touch it because I don't trust women around him if he put that on, so he can't touch that one. There's several. Like there's a few. I'm like, you can go. I don't know if I would let him touch my Chris Collins. I think I would have to get him his own.
What about House of Bo?
He can touch those.
Bum Bum would smell amazing on a man.
Yeah, it would. He could
I
touch
think
those. And the reason why I say that is because I love House of Bo. Like I own quite a few of them. I like to layer with them, but there's the only one that I really, really, really love. The only two is Ave Maria and Cosmos. Cosmos is very
I
sexy.
love Ave Maria. Well, I like it, but Casablanca, I kind of like that one, but it reminded me of Joe Malone's Pomegranate Noir.
And I think that that's what it is with House of Bo, which is why I would let him wear them, because some of Ave Maria and Cosmos to me are the big standouts that I feel like you can't smell
I
anywhere
haven't smelled
else.
Cosmos. I hear a lot of good things
It's
about it.
very sexy. It's very, very good. I feel like you said, Bonbon to me falls in the Baccarat family. Doesn't smell like Baccarat, but it has that saffrony, ambery thing going on to where I could see somebody putting them in the same category. Because to me, I'm like, oh well, if you don't want Baccarat, you could get Bonbon and it smells sexy. It's got that like, amber saffron
Yeah,
thing going. I like Casablanca too. It's got a suede, but it also, like you said, smells like something else. So he could wear those because I feel like even if he used it up and I didn't want to buy House of Bo again, or like I was saving, I could get something similar cheaper. So he could. I love their bottles though.
they are amazing. But before we go, I want to ask you what made you. This is my very last question. Okay, but I want to ask you what made you come out about your PCOS. So we switch gears over here.
You know what? I feel like at the time, because I was much larger
Well,
and it
first
was
of all, what does PCOS mean? What does it stand for?
it stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome.
Okay.
And that's it's kind of misleading because you don't necessarily have to have cyst around or in your ovaries to have PCOS, but it
Hmm.
is traditionally what women suffer with when they have it. Like when they go do the imaging, you usually have a very cystic PCOS. um
Right.
Cystic ovaries. And so for me, I struggled with my weight for so long, and a lot of times I was accused, back then, of, oh, just work out, just eat, blah blah blah, it'll
Oh,
fall off. And a lot of people just did not understand, like, no, I have a hormonal condition where it's really the ops against weight loss, because you're battling with your thyroid, you're battling with your testosterone and your estrogen, and this
wow.
creates havoc on your body to where you will gain weight just from, your hormones being out of whack. And so I was like, I need to create a safety net to let other women know that it's okay. Like, we're going through this. Yes, you might have fertility struggles. Yes, your hair might be falling off, but you're still a woman. You might grow hair here and there, but don't let that strip your femininity. And I was like, I need to show a woman that's still fashionable, still showing up, still being confident. And also, yeah, I have this going on with me and it's not stopping me from being everything I need to be. And
You give very much face with that short hairdo. Baby,
look,
it was giving
baby,
face.
when
Face.
when it get warm, I'm gonna put her on more. It's so cold.
Oh
My
yeah, I
scalp
forgot
can't
where you
take
are.
it.
Yeah. I was chuckling earlier because somebody said fourth last question of the night. I wasn't laughing at you. I thought I was
I
like
know.
really
I read that and I
the
was
shade
I was
the
cracking up. But
shady.
see, but you still here. You still here. And
That's
we
my fave.
appreciate that.
That's my homie Kevy Cam. But
Yeah, you still here.
I wanna
So
ask
that's what really
what
made me come out about it.
what
And
happened it to where you got diagnosed? Was there something that like ladies who may have some issues they might want to get to?
yes, so I had a never ending period my last year of college.
Oh wow.
A cyst ruptured and I bled for 6 months. I was in and out of the hospital. Back then the doctors didn't even know what they were testing for. They were like, "Oh, we think maybe there's a malfunction where your brain's not telling your body that you're off your period." Craziness. And this is why it's so important to be in a state that got good health care. Because I was in Alabama, and Alabama ain't got it right. At least not where I was in college. Maybe it's better now. And so they had me chewing up steroid birth controls to try to get it to stop.
What?
And yeah, it got to a point where they were like, well, if you lose any more blood, you're going to need a blood transfusion. And I started praying and it eventually stopped. When I graduated college, I went back home to my OBGYN that I grew up with. And so when
Was
I
it a black
came in,
woman? Was it a
she
black
was Indian.
Okay.
Mm-mm. When I came in, she was like, looking at my record, she was like, I want to test you for PCOS. You look like a woman that has PCOS because it
Wow.
is very prominent in India and overseas. So in foreign countries, they really did already know about it. In America, it wasn't,
That is
as
crazy.
studied. And so when she tested me, my hormone, everything came back. She said, yes, you have PCOS. And what happened is some cysts ruptured. We need to just make sure that everything's healthy there to see if you could still carry kids. So I'm freaking out because I'm 23. I thought I was going to, I was dating a LBGTQIA man at the time. I didn't know it,
Lord,
but
ladies, not all men are on the
not
DL,
all
but it
men, but
happens.
baby, listen, that's a conversation for another day. He
Just
was a
call me and send me a picture of him. I'll let you
right.
know.
Please have a good Judy, okay? But
That's
I
crazy.
back then I was in the relationship with him, so I'm sitting here. He's like, "Well, I want kids," so I'm freaking out because I'm like, "Wow,
Child,
what
you
if I
wanted
can't?"
kids too?
Child, I was about to be a poor child here with a beard. Child, he wanted me to be the beard, honey.
Ugh, that couldn't be one of my friends. I
Mm-mm.
know we accept everybody, but not one of my friends. My lady friends are gonna be with no bisexual man. Sorry.
Oh no, and he wasn't even trying to act like he was bisexual. He was really into the church. Ladies, be careful, okay? Because I thought I was next to the cloth, and he was just struggling through his
Ooh,
insecurity.
and the
That's a
gay church
whole
men are hard. I don't.
Oh yeah, that's a whole deep conversation that even if I was talking to one of my gay male friends, it's like, please don't deal with anybody who thinks
Can't be
that
in church.
they're going to hell and damnation you, but also have a fetish for you. Don't even
No.
do it.
Mm-mm.
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 It's nasty work. It's nasty work. And so, that's when I found out, and
So was
it
he
was
putting
just
pressure on you as a knowing? Was it? It was pressure. Oh,
it was pressure. Like I want a faceless podcast with a voice changer to really detail out the 20s on
but
dealing
just give
with
me a
him.
script. I say it for you. I don't care.
Oh yeah. We gonna send that because baby, he was in the church.
Those are the worst. That was the
He
guy I
tried to
was
sleep
telling
with
you.
he tried to sleep with my best friend behind my back, and my best friend wasn't out yet. Cause this when we were young and people weren't as open about coming out. My best friend loved him down, but he was still trying to figure himself out. He hadn't slept with no men yet, but he was still battling. He was in a
Yeah,
relationship with a woman. He was trying to figure himself out. And I think that, you know,
caught
I can
him.
say this, men know, right? Like there are certain behavior patterns where you pick up on like, he might like men. You know what I'm saying? Like there's codes, there's signals, there's things that, as a woman, you won't even know. Now I know now, but back then I didn't read the room, right? I
Yeah,
was just like, oh, y'all just why are you so fascinated with my friend Byron? Why are you so fixated? Da, 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 da. Yeah, because you
yeah.
wanted
I
him.
don't like those type. If I have to,
Ooh.
if they don't know and they don't really know, I don't
Yeah.
fool. We don't like they got something going on the internet. We don't like to fool with DL. You don't know who you are.
Oh yeah. And
No,
listen,
we don't do that over here.
I know we on our last question, but I lost my best friend behind putting an ultimatum down about that because when we were roommates, he was dealing with a guy that was on the low who was in a relationship with a woman. Me as a woman and him knowing what I had already gone through with college, I was just like, I cannot sit here and
Yeah, that's
let you do
foolishness.
this
Uh-uh.
because this woman is completely oblivious. And you could tell she was oblivious. I said, and you are sitting here dealing with him, but this is not even your first one. It's like you're purposely targeting
Some
men on
people
the low. And
do, and
some do that. And I
yeah,
don't know what space my ex best friend was in at the time, but I was just like, you deserve more.
it's
Like
a young
literally sat
thing,
him down. I said, you deserve more. I said, you need someone who's openly gay. Why are you continuously feeling like you're gaining something by dealing with men who are having identity issues? I said, and I
right?
can't sit by as your friend and condone it because this could be me one day. And now, how am I supposed to sit here and have somebody in my life
Right.
that takes pride and joy in destroying a home or thinking they're sneaking and doing something? Baby, we fell
Yeah.
out hard.
I love I
Mm,
love women down boots. But
yeah.
me personally, I can't sleep with no man knowing you putting your thing in some vagina. No.
Right,
Bad enough,
because
y'all. I gotta worry
again,
about the other parts. No, no.
right. And
That
like
is
it's
crazy.
crazy. And so yeah, we just fell out. I was like, I'm
That
not
is
about to deal
terrible.
with that. Because why are you doing that?
That is so
But
crazy.
some people I don't know what the fixation is.
So do you when you started dating again like recently to find
Mhm.
your fiance now, is that something you feel like you had to tell people up front about the PCOS? Or
Yes. I did. I felt like I had to because they needed to understand, you know, I might not have as much energy as somebody else because of the hormonal issues. My weight loss journey is very important to me. So please, I'm taking this seriously. Because another thing that people like to do when you're larger is think that all you want to do is go out to eat and do this and do that. And they don't want to be healthy with you. And I'm like, I
Right.
can't afford it. Like, I have
That's
to kind of
crazy.
you would be surprised, like, "Oh, I can't wait to feed you." I'm like, please stop. Like,
Ooh,
I dating men that had fetishes, all it was
there's a
insane.
fetish too?
Yes,
Because I got a slight
Durant,
little
we
feet
might have to have a
fetish.
little series. There's so many layers.
I
Yes,
think
people
I'm
be
gonna do like
outside.
a Durant after dark.
Yes,
Well,
you need
talk
that
because
where wine is brought to the table.
yeah, because
Like where
baby,
people are sipping wine and getting real.
I got a slight
Cause
little foot fetish, but it ain't one of them nasty things.
right.
Some
But
people
some
are a
people take
little,
it to a little nasty
yeah. I
level
ain't
and
put
you
no
just be
feet in my
like,
mouth. You ain't put no feet in my mouth. Yeah.
oh yeah, no, we ain't doing that. But I mean, that's why they got places like Feet Finder. Like if you got nice feet, people like to look at pretty feet.
Well, I like pretty feet on people that I like. Not
Right.
just pretty. Don't send me no feet. I don't know you. I need to see how your face look too. Like somebody sent me a picture of some feet. What he look like? I
Right.
don't
What
care
what
about the
what
feet.
his face look like? Because if it's a butterhead, why would you can't
But
date
yeah,
the feet.
so you knowing this, like, what's the importance of being an advocate for this? I know one thing. I said earlier. You did kind of educate me to, kind of do some research about it because I've never heard of it, and I thought that was very amazing.
I think it's important because a lot of, especially Black women, we're not given information. Like
Mm-hmm.
even when we're diagnosed, the only thing the doctors tell you is like, okay, well, you need to lose weight and get on birth control. And that's not going to fix your hormonal issues. That's not going to really help you understand how your body works, when you need to take a break, when you need to
Mm-hmm.
step back, when you need to switch something. And it actually affects Black women 3 times more than any other culture. There's something just like fibroids, there's
Yeah.
something genetically that creates this hormonal imbalance. And I don't know if it's stress. I don't know if it's the westernized diet because we all know we came from a different background. And so maybe our diets in America have shifted so much to
Mm-hmm.
where our bodies don't take well to everything. But it really impacts Black women. And the reason why it's not spoken about as much is because it impacts Black women more and people aren't as concerned
Mm.
about, us having issues, just like with fibroids. To
Yeah.
me, I feel like there's so much research that could have already been done, but other ethnicities don't
Haven't
suffer
had
with
that many issues.
fibroids
Yeah.
as bad as Black women. And so the first thing they just tell Black women, oh, you can get a hysterectomy or we can try to take it out.
Right.
But there's not research on, well, how do we really shrink these? What do we need to do to kind of prevent your body from constantly creating a fibroid induced body?
Mm.
If we
And with
didn't
that,
advocate for
yeah.
it, we wouldn't have the research that we have today. So I feel
Wow.
like with PCOS, there's so much more because
So
back
much
when I
more.
was advocating, people we're still advocating, but child, we had to meet with Congress. I was there when they were meeting with Congress because it really does impact so many things with fertility, so
Mm.
many things with hormonal health. They actually did a episode on CSI about the chemical imbalances in the brain where the woman had PCOS that did a murder because she had so much shifting that created
What?
a psychosis because women with PCOS suffer from anxiety and depression at higher rates. Like there's
Really?
so many things.
I want to
And
see that.
I have to find it for you. Yes, it was very interesting. That's when I was like, well, let me make sure I ain't got nothing else going on, baby. Test my brain because I don't need to be having no psychosis.
But I think you talked about brown girl. Is it black girl vitamins?
Yes, Black Girl vitamins. They
But how?
have a PCOS vitamin now, and I love
Oh,
that.
really? And that's helped you a lot as well.
It does. And the reason why is because one of the founders has PCOS and she's in the Caribbean. And
I
she
was gonna
wanted
get their
to,
ashwagandha.
huh?
I was gonna get their ashwagandha, but it said calm girl. I didn't know.
Get it anyway because all of that help everybody. I actually want to get the ashwagandha myself as
Love
well.
ashwagandha.
Me too. And so, their vitamins for me, they're some of my favorite. They really work. I feel like when I take their vitamins and I would get my blood work, I was like, oh, y'all might be onto something. Like y'all really helping the melanated baddies.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if they will one day tap into men too, like black boy vitamins. I feel like there's growth there, especially for athletes since they are partnered with the WNBA, or no, not WNBA, um, the NCAA, the women's teams.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, for Howard. I saw that recently.
Oh,
So I'm
wow.
like, there's opportunity there because sports medicine and making sure we're healthy is key. So I hope they do that.
And you
Maybe
got a
I'll slide
discount
that in
code
their
for them?
DM. Huh?
Did you reach out to the brand owner? Did you get a discount code from them?
You know what? I'm gonna reach out because
You
I've worked
should.
with them before, and I think that I deserve one at this point because people want to buy the vitamins,
Yes.
and
And
they're
I see
not
that on
cheap.
TikTok, so they be having little sales here. I be
I've been seeing them, and gummies are so easy to eat.
yeah, I was gonna get their ashwagandhas, but I'm like, it says calm girl. I don't know if I wanna. I ain't no girl.
I know,
Yeah,
because
even though
you not one of them ones that's trying to, I know, I get it.
I will sit in here like yesterday. I was watching Madonna. I will sit in here, little fan out on Madonna, baby. Y'all bet not.
But
Yes.
right, but you ain't outside trying to click cute. I look,
No, and I think when it comes to that, as far as especially the gay thing, there's this thing where people are seeing online and they think everybody's like that,
it's
right?
so ignorant. I try to tell people all the time, like,
Yeah,
don't get me wrong, there are some gay men that want to
yeah,
present themselves as femmes, right? Nothing wrong with that. But I'm like, being gay doesn't make someone just want to not look like a man or be
yeah,
masculine. It just means that they like men. That's it.
yeah,
That it doesn't mean everybody that likes a man wants to look and present
yeah.
themselves as a woman.
And I'm very mindful of like, because I have a lot of female lady friends, women friends. I've had some knockdown dragouts with my lady friends. They are never gonna get you BITC. I don't call my friends BIs, MFers. I don't call them out their names like that.
Right.
But they'll think, oh, the gays hate the women, and no, it's definitely not that. Like I could be pissed
No.
off at my women friends, but I'm never gonna be sitting back. You bitch. No, I don't do that.
Everybody's not. Again, none of my gay friends were that way. Even if they liked to be the more feminine energy, none of them. I used to show people my gay best friend and other ones, and they were like, I would have never even thought they were gay. I said, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That every man who says they're gay does not present femme. That's not
Yeah.
their vibe. I said at all. You would want to date one of them. As
But you
my
can see it
female
on my
friend, you would
face.
try to date one of them, you know?
You can see it on my face. Don't come up here now.
You
You can see it on my face, baby. But anyways, I have had such a great. This has been the longest one I've ever done.
because I'm a yapper. I'm so sorry.
Me
I know I
too.
yap.
Me
And that's
too.
the problem.
I
I
love to
yap.
gap as well, baby. It's gonna be times 10. Who knows when I get platinum? Because I'm doing one of these live and in person in July.
Ooh, with Platinum D?
Yes, it's gonna
I
be.
love that. I love her.
When I tell you she is everything and more in person,
I believe it. She seems like that in online.
that is who she is online in person. It's everything. You have to be in her presence. It's just
I
very
believe
much,
it. And she's so pretty.
very pretty. Oh, she smells so good
I
too.
believe it. Like I was watching, I said, she is just so
She's so
adorable.
friendly.
Oh,
She's so helpful. Like she's very much like she wants to be she's the person that seems like she would take care of everybody. And I was just thinking to myself, I hope that she has a man. Like I really hope that he's like really taking care of her, which she said he is, because she seems like the person that wants to take care of everybody.
and that's
She's
beautiful. That's why she'll
everything.
always succeed. Because giving people look is hard to find.
Yeah. And
There is.
so, her and Fab Five, y'all can't tell me nothing
Oh
about
no. That's why
them.
when baby, I told Keitra when that thing sold out in 20 minutes, I said, let that be a testament to who you are. Like people show up for who you are
Yes, she is
every time.
everything. But I sure appreciate you. Let us know where we can find you on these YouTube streets and Instagram and everything else.
Yes. Well, on everything but YouTube, I am Lolo Alexis.
I'll have the
And
link down
then
there.
and then here on the tube, it is the Sisters Chat Room. And
Yeah.
that is it. I keep it real simple.
Why did you name your YouTube the Sisters Chat Room as
Because
opposed
at
to?
first I was talking about PCOS over here. I just wasn't consistent. And so the way sisters is spelled is Cysta.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. And so that's why. And I was like, well, I'm gonna start talking about fragrance and I'll throw some PCOS and stuff in there as I get monetized and grow where I can just throw a video or two or three in there every once in a blue moon and still keep it, or sometimes during my fragrance chats because I was like, sister, nobody knows until I explain it. So it still fits because we still chatting
Yes.
in the sisters chat room.
I live for that. I love for the spelling and everything. Yes. I
Thank you.
appreciate you for coming.
Of course, I know,
Big-
because baby, when I tell you one thing I don't like about the gram, and I know we leaving y'all, is messages get lost. And I said, I know. It hit me, that 40-year-old brain, right? Perimenopause. I said, I know me and Durant said we was gonna do one. I said, let me go search him up because I know he sent me a message and then I found it. I said, Insta gotta do better because
Okay, well, maybe I won't feel so bad because it was you and somebody else I really wanted to come, and both of y'all were like, I was like, I ain't never gonna get them on here. What is going on?
it's the inbox because and that's why I was like, so now I had to put your alerts on. I had to start putting people's alerts on because you could send me a message and it still not come to the top. And I don't know why I don't know why there are messages like that because they're meta.
This
Facebook
is so
isn't like
crazy.
that, but the Instagram inbox for me has been like that. Even with brands, I've had to search. I'm like, they were like, "Oh yeah, we were sending you messages." I was like, "I didn't get them," and then I'm like, "Oh, because it shifted down here." So that
That
was the
is
only
crazy.
reason. Yeah, I
That
was
is well,
like,
nobody
"Where
be in
is
my
Durant?"
inbox.
Because anybody,
So
like again, I followed you through Keitra because I remember I was on one of y'all's lives, and I said, "Well, if he know Keitra, then he got to be good people because Keitra don't just go around
that's my
everybody."
homegirl
Okay,
in real life. That's my
yes,
homegirl right
she don't
there.
go around everybody, and so I
She
was
really
like,
don't. She really, that's my homegirl right there. I would fight
"Yeah."
for that one.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I said, well, she always around this when he dancing in the background. This must be good people, good blood, because she not about to let everybody near her because
And
she
I
know
will
better.
say that she actually gave me that bottle afterwards too.
I bet she did because I know Marrakesh is not in the bougie library because it's very very earthy and soapy.
Yeah,
Keitra
I
is a
wore it.
delicate
Pretty
butterfly.
fancy.
Okay,
I
very
wore that.
prissy, very bougie, very
What
sweet
was
and delicate.
what was that? What is the one, the patchouli one that Kayali has?
Oh,
Sugar
royal
patchouli.
vanilla sugar
I
patchouli.
wore Marrakesh and the patchouli one together,
I
and
bet it smell
people
good.
actually like that combo on me too.
I bet it smells good because that I love that one.
Two of their strongest ones.
Yes, I love that royal vanilla royale. I
It
love
is
it.
one of their best, and I think that one's in that one gone too.
I don't know. I gotta go back. I heard no because somebody else I follow that's real bougie. She loves that one, and she said that Mona put it back
Roxy
on the
loves it.
website.
I think Roxy says she loves it. I saw her on
I
TikTok.
think so too. Well,
Yeah,
Roxy loves all of them.
yeah. But Elixir is my favorite. And the lady from Cali said is coming back.
Oh,
So
baby, then this let me go ahead
I'm gonna go
prepare
use
my
mine up.
pocketbook now.
I'm gonna go use mine all up because I know she's coming. So that's my
Yeah, I'm
favorite
about
one.
to, but I'm gonna buy 2 or 3 bottles because we're gonna eat it down. Everybody's been waiting on that one to come
I
back,
don't
just like
think
they did.
people. I thought people didn't like it. I thought I was on a plane by myself.
You know what? I don't know why it got no because remember
It was the first one.
Musk 12 was gone for a long time and people have been begging for that back.
It
So
was.
I feel like Elixir, what I think ended up happening, and I don't know, I'm about to ask. I think it was the first one and it was cute, but then Vanilla 28, when she launched that one, because I think that was the second one,
Yeah,
maybe. People just ate that down so bad
yeah.
that there was no need to continue with
Nobody
the elixir.
missed it
Nope.
because and people still love Vanilla 28. But anyways, I
Yeah.
appreciate you. Before my phone goes dead, I want to give you a proper exit because my phone gonna be like you. But anyways, shout out to you and shout out to everybody who joined. May your day be great. Take care of yourself and everybody around you. Hey, just as best you can. I am gonna tag you. For some reason, when I do this, it doesn't let me tag until the video's uploaded. It's
And that's
weird.
okay. Just that's okay.
I appreciate y'all, everybody, and especially including you. Please have a
Oh,
great
thank
rest of
you.
your night. Thank you so
You
much for being here.
too.
I enjoyed this so much. I
Me
promise.
too.
It was
Me
so much fun.
too.
Hopefully, we'll do it again. All right, I'll talk to
Okay.
y'all on the next one. Okay, bye bye.
Bye.
Appreciate it. Bye.